like, hoo, 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 hoo.
We started?
Oh, I will start. Yeah, we have actually just did Jackson.
That's all staying.
That's all in.
Episode 10.
Double digits, baby.
Wow.
It's crazy.
What a journey, man.
What a journey.
We had so many ups and downs, you know what I'm saying?
We have.
Like we had, oh my God. At the
Corona
top,
scares. You know what I mean?
you know, there was Kanye West and Jay-Z.
Oh my God, if you say that man's name again to me, I will fucking burst.
You telling me you don't think Kanye West would wash Drake in a battle?
I think it would be tight, but I think Drake.
What, you think a 10 for 10?
Yeah, I think Drake. Yeah, bro. Drake's been hot for 10 years. Bro.
I was gonna say something that's problematic. you're a drug user. Okay, that's what you is. Man.
Nah, bro. I mean, like, let's be real. I'm not gonna lie. Culturally, all that shit, yes, absolutely, Kanye's great. But if I'm in a club, and that's what 10 for 10 is, it's a sound clash. If I'm giving me sound clash,
but it's not just club records, like, you know.
No, but I'm saying like hit big. First 10 seconds, everyone goes whoa.
Okay, so question: If I am, let's say, for example, Kanye West, I play Gold Digger. What can Drake feasibly respond to that would beat that? Gold Digger.
One dance.
No, just no.
Tiny now, straight up. You hear one dance?
That's not even the one.
Bro, the Crazy Cousins, baby. Bro, man, you remember when One Dance was rocking 2016? It was
heat. It's not.
There's
being,
babies
it's not
made
Gold
because of
Digger.
One Dance.
Yo, Jamie Foxx, bro.
You're talking like I hate Gold Digger. I love that record. Actually, it's not even one of my favorite Kanye tunes.
No, it's not. But 10 for 10, it's always like it's not gonna be your favorite records. Like,
would you draw that at a 10 for 10? Gold
I
Digger?
think you have to. It's too massive. Like the only massive one I would ignore is probably Stronger.
Yeah, because it leaned too much in the Daft Punk thing for me. But is that on the second album, Gold Digger?
Gold Digger was
Late Registration?
Third, I think. Second or third, I can't recall.
No, it wasn't on Graduation. No, so it was on Late Registration.
Okay, which I think is like
Second.
I think it's maybe better than College Dropout. Late
Oh
Registration.
my God, you are. And I was about to say something problematic. You are heavily dependent on stimulants.
Okay.
Sorry, but like, if I'm going for that album, I'm going for fucking Touch the Sky.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. Like, look, Touch the Sky
over Gold Digger.
Touch
100%.
the Sky, All Falls Down.
You give me the Curtis Mayfield sample.
There's songs you can't beat.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I mean, Drake's got some massive joints.
See, I think Drake has maybe one or two unbeatables, but One Dance is not one of his unbeatable songs.
Yes, it definitely is, bro. No. That thing would lick down any rave.
I was out like a light.
That's not even his tune.
You can still play it. At 10 for 10, you can play features. You can play any song you've been on or produced.
Yeah. Will you listen to? I honestly got a really fucking. It was so good. Did you ever watch those NS 10v10? The No Signals. Did you not hear about them? No.
No, I know of them. I just never actually watched one.
They're on it's live radio, so they do like 10v10 sound clash thing. It's like this. It's like all black artists, black DJs, black people, black tunes. It's fucking
black clothes,
black everything. Only emos.
Emo everything.
Yeah, but they were just amazing. Those clashes were just fucking incredible.
We need to get into your story.
Okay. We're going to talk about this. So, when I was growing up, I never had the pet in the family. The pet was always my sister's, right?
Oh, so there was a pet.
There was pets.
I was thinking, I'm like, you're too white for you not to have a pet growing up. I was like, I don't know if I'm
way too Irish not to have had multiple dogs within your life.
Yeah, no, for real.
So when I was growing up, it was always like we had dogs, or like I think my sister had a goldfish, and it was in her room. She got a goldfish, and then I'd be like, "Can I get a goldfish?" And they're like, "No, you're not both getting goldfish." Then she had a hamster called Roxy, and that died because, and also. Hamsters always die in the most horrific, gruesome way. No one's ever like natural causes. They were like, no, up the Hoover, down a toilet, somebody stood on it, a cat ate it. Like, hamsters just have the most violent ends to their lives. It's fucking terrible. Like, if you buy a hamster, you're like, you're not going to die. You're going to get murdered.
Bro, let me just say now, hamsters, right, straight away, they show...
R.I.P. Roxy. Straight up. Miss y'all. Pour one out for her.
Hamsters, man, they shove all the food in their mouth. They've seen things, man. Like that's trauma. That's like generational trauma reacting.
They're like everybody I know and everybody was born from all my brothers and sisters are gonna be murdered.
Like I'm out of here soon. So
bro,
like,
being a hamster is
nuts.
stress.
No, I'm with you.
What I'm
I
saying?
feel that.
Anyway, so she had dogs. We had a Cocker Spaniel, and that was a bit fucking mad. And I had to go up to a farm.
Okay, wow.
You get me? Oh no,
Oh,
we were told it was gone to a farm.
Biting motherfuckers?
No, it was just like it was legit bonkers.
Oh.
Like we would leave for school and we'd come back and like the door of the kitchen would just be scratched, and then you putting her out and it was chasing its own tail, it just wouldn't stop barking. We only had it for like a couple of months. It was like this dog does not need to be in a small house with a tiny garden. This
Oh, so he actually went to a farm.
Sure.
Oh, damn.
I don't know where it went. I just need to go into a car.
I don't know where it went. Why he's like a fucking mafia boss? Like, I ain't kill nobody.
I didn't kill anybody. All I know is that some of my uncles go hunting.
We were so close to
If you know what I mean.
We were so close to not being cancelled. We like made it through 10 episodes, and then at the tail end you want to do this.
Are you going to talk to me about like a fucking 25-year-old animal murder? Like, what is this, cold case?
What's it? What a show, by the way. What a fucking show, Cold Case. Oh my God. Sorry.
Yeah. So she went. And then we got this little Jack Russell, little white, scruffy little thing with black spots called Millie. Oh, she was the best. She got a bang of a truck though. Happens. She was like an escape artist. She was Steve McQueen.
We
Soon as the door was open, gone, and she'd be pulled back. You couldn't we built when we moved into it, because we moved to a new estate. There was no gates on the side of our wall. It was just garden. You just walked in. It was really weird. There was no gate on the side of the house, so we had to build a gate because you just couldn't let her out the back because she was just like, all right, bye. Like she just, and we're like, yo, we feed you in housing. She was like, don't care, I'm out of here.
I'm out.
Like, gone. Mad as a brush, but a lovely dog. Anyway,
we might have to really put a trigger warning in ahead of this, because I know white people don't fuck around with their dog violence. Like it hits them on a certain
and
core.
I'm talking about, these are the ones that like I've physically cried over. This is my, you know what I mean? But here's the thing: pets die. Unfortunately, they do, and it hurts. So, Millie just gets a bang of a fucking Scania. Do you know what I mean? R.I.P.
Yeah, look, yo, you sent Sophie out the room now.
I'm sorry, Sophie. All right, it might have been a Volvo. I don't know.
Nigga, why are you doing
Eddie
this?
Eddie Stobart killed my dog, straight up. All right.
My name's Max Zanga. I do not condone this message. I don't know how we got
I'm telling
here.
you to kill dogs. I'm saying somebody killed my shit. Somebody killed mine, bro. If anything, this is a pro dog podcast.
What's going on?
Because I was 11 and I was crying my eyes out.
Mango, I swear to God, because Mango does this thing where he lets Tara have final say. If we do this episode, Tara listens and she's like, cut that out. I'm going to kill you. This is staying now, you bastard.
It's coming in, right? So next up, we got this, so then Millie died, but that was always my sister's dog. The other dog was my sister's dog. And then my mum and my sister, my mum and my sister went down to the pound and then they got a dog. And it was this little kind of Jack Russell-y corgi ginger dog, right? My sister called him Sparky for like a week. And I was like, he's not a Sparky, right? And but he was really well looked after. He was youngish, but he wasn't a pup. We reckon he might have lived with like an old person, because the first place we took them was up to my granny's in Ballymun. And as soon as he walked in, he was kind of freaking with us and very coy and all that stuff. As soon as he came into the house, he just ran straight up and sat in the couch right beside my granny. I was like, okay, so he must have been with like an older woman or, whatever. So we had him for years. We changed his name to Charlie. Boys, I'm telling you now, I'm getting a bit emotional. I miss Charlie. Charlie was my best friend, right? He was Jenny's dog. He was my sister's dog. But Charlie was my homie, because I was unemployed for a lot of time. And Charlie was just me and Charlie in the gaff, bro. Do you know what I mean? Me and him just fucking kicking it. And, he got a little fat at the end, which was funny. It's not good, but fat dogs are very fun to look at.
Oh, okay.
They are. So when people get pugs and like big fucking bulldogs. Like,
I mean, you're making fair points.
So he was like this little fucking ginger barrel cutting about the gaff, And he was always so affectionate and blah, blah. And then, this time, natural causes, okay? So, and like we had him the longest and loved him the most.
How long are we talking?
Oh, okay. So Millie would have been 2003 to like, I would have been my early teenage years, And then Charlie died in my mid to late 20s. So you're looking at just over 10 years of this dog, right?
It's time.
It was time, and his legs were going, and we had to decide. We went up to the vet, and he was like, look, he's sick, and the best thing for you to do now is to let him go, because you're just going to keep this dog suffering now. And he can't tell you he wants to, but he got old, he got grey in the face, and all of a sudden he couldn't hop on the bed. He kind of like was half hopping up. You'd have to help him up, and all this dude wanted to do was sit beside you, and you just keep nudging your arm. You just keep like rubbing his head, and then once you'd stop, he'd nudge your arm again. But no, motherfucker, all day, every day, let's go, affection, right? Okay. Amazing dog. So Charlie passes, and we're in bits as a family. You know what I mean? The house is a little emptier. There's no dog bowl at the back door anymore. We're just a bit, I don't know, But my sister was like distraught, and she just couldn't. She couldn't face having another dog. And I was like, why don't we get another one? She was like, no. Because she was like, I'll never love another dog like I love that dog. That was my best friend as well, you know? Like, he slept in her room, And so time had passed, and I was back living in my mum's because I was trying to save up to go back to college, right? So I was back there. I was full-time in my job. And I was out the back one December, and there's loads of cats around the estate that my man and dad, and you could see them in the back wall. They come in, they have a little look, and Charlie used to scare them away. But now that Charlie wasn't there, they'd see them a bit more in my back garden. So I was out the back having a cigarette, and it was December. It was cold, and this black cat comes out, drops off the back wall through the bushes, and then comes up to me and starts running between my legs. You know when cats like start running like over your leg? And running, doing like figure eights between me two legs, and it's talking to me. This thing, where, like wouldn't shut the fuck up. I think it's one of the estate cats. I'm like, get the fuck away, man. I just kind of like not kick it, but like, you know the way you move your legs, like move. You know what I'm saying?
Animal cruelty in this episode already.
No, but like the thing's doing figure eights. It's going like as soon as I open my back door, the thing's going to try and run in. I don't really want to deal with that, so I'm just trying to like, oh, get out of here. Like I'm giving it no love. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at it like move, shoo. So I keep coming back out for cigarettes for the next 2-3 days. And that's lovely with the Rock Shandy, bro. Oh, yeah? You gotta try some of that.
I did with a 7-Up like a fool. Darren would be so disappointed in me, man.
I'm disappointed. So I keep going out for these cigarettes, and this cat keeps showing up. There's no collar on it. So I'm looking at it, and he like, this thing is like proper talking to me. And I was like, I don't know. And then one night, I mean, it was bitter cold. It was brass monkeys out, and the thing was just sitting at because my kitchen is right at my back door. It's like a glass window, so you can see right through it. So I could see this fella just like sitting right at the very opening of the door where it would open, just in the corner, just looking in at me. And I was like, bro, I don't think that cat is at home, and it's too cold. He's been out here for days now. Like, even if it is somebody's, I can't let this motherfucker starve, because if he had somewhere to go, it's that cold, he'd fucking go. So I let the cat in, and I closed the doors, and my mom was like, what the fuck? And she came in. I said, look, and I explained to her. She's like, okay. I was like, look, I'm just going to give it a bit of milk, a few scraps of ham. I think it's been out there for days, it's starving. So I did that and all that stuff, and I sat down, and the cat just jumped straight into my lap, into a curl ball. And I mean, it sounded like a lawnmower that pours off this thing. And like you think dogs pulling their heartstrings? Because I was never a cat person. I was like, nah, man, cats are fucking rootless, blah blah blah. This thing's
cats are rootless.
They are, bro. If your gaff is burning down, your dog's like, root, get the fuck up, bro. The gaff's on fire. Your cat's like, fucking open window, is it? See you after, gone. They don't give a fuck. Cats they don't give a shit about you. You have a dog, a cat has you. Do you know what I mean? So this thing is sitting on my lap, absolutely pouring, and I'm like rubbing it. It's beautiful coating on, and like I was like, oh, and then I kind of let it. I stayed there for the night on a little rug, and then the next morning I let it out, and then it kept coming back and and I was like, and then so I went up to. I was like, okay, I called the local vet, and I was like, hey, listen, has anybody lost a black cat? Blah blah blah. He's like, no, I haven't heard that. And I said, will you keep an eye out, because there's one here, and he's kind of getting friendly in the back of the gaff, but I'm very conscious that if this is another family, they're probably missing this fella. And cats do sometimes just decide to fuck off from families. No, bro, you go back home, right? So nothing happens for a couple of days. And then I think I was in work and my ma brought it down to the vet and said, "Here, look, will you scan it, see if there's a chip?" No chip. So she's like, "All right." I mean, mom starts getting nice with it, but she's very like, "Your sister won't be happy with this. She doesn't want another pet, you know." So I was like, "Oh, well, like," and I was like, "This is my cat. This is the first time I've had a pet, and like, I love this motherfucker. This cat and me are like this, right?" So we start hanging out in the kitchen, and my sister's very cold with it, right? And then I walk in one day, and you know the way sometimes cats can sound like they're actually talking? The cat said mango. I walked into the kitchen, hungover, in me jocks, about to whack the kettle on. The cat's there, my sister's washing a plate in the sink, and she's looking, she sees me and then looks at the cat, and then the cat goes, "Mango." And I was like, and I looked at her and she looked at me, and we were like, "What? Did you hear that?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Whoa, this bitch pulling my heartstrings together. She know what she's up there." You know what I mean? So I'm looking at her, and then all of a sudden, like, my mom's like, "Oh, she won't keep the cat." And then I come home one day, and there's a new food bowl beside the back door. And I says, "Oh, so we're doing this?" And she said, "Your sister bought that." I was like, "Right, well, once Jenny got the blessing, we got that. Put a collar on her." And I had a cat, right? Yeah. And then I was trying to figure out a name for her. So I put it up on my Snapchat, which was the style of the time.
Oh, Snapchat, look at
Snapchat, you know what I mean?
Hip hop.
Yo, anybody still on Snapchat, bro, brazy. If you're not like a teenager, get off. Stop.
I mean, look, I
You Snapchat?
No.
Oh, God, no.
I'm a fucking loser, but my girl does. So she's also not a loser, I guess.
Okay. Well,
anyways,
I don't want that smoke.
I want y'all in trouble. Let's go.
So basically, I put up my Snapchat. I was like, "Yo, I want to give my cat," because I think it was a girl, right? My mom goes, "That's a girl," from the way she sits. She goes, "We got to give it a girl's name." So I put it up and I says, "I want the most north side Dublin young one name you can name
I have
this
some
cat."
guesses.
Of course, please. Be careful now.
Okay.
Careful now. You know what I mean?
Let me. I think a Nikita.
Yeah. Okay. No,
which doesn't also Nikita seems
mad
not
Russian.
Irish. Yeah, but it does also feel super Irish. What's up with that?
Yeah.
I think look a simple.
Just think of a name that you would hear shouted down the Ilac shopping centre.
Isn't it a Carla?
No.
No. A Chloe?
Definitely not a Chloe.
Really?
Teresa? That's a bit old school.
Yeah,
it's a bit old school now.
Jennifer?
Bro, my sister's called Jenny.
Hey.
Fair point. I
did it.
Yo, my mom thought I had a real posh name with Carl, and I had to explain to her years later. It was like, that's like being called Wayne or like Dean. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's one of them ones. Do you know what I mean?
So what did you name the cat?
So a lot of people were like, "Oh, I just seen that." And I was like, "No, this is too fucking obvious." And it's a bit like, you know, you're showing something about yourself, you know? And then a girl from Donemead I used to work with, Jess, she goes, "Call that thing Donna." I was like, "Bro, that's my name."
That's it.
You hear Donna? Do you know what I mean? That's the new name of my cat. So I called her Donna and blah, blah. But she was always talking, and the cat was house trained. I didn't have to like get a litter box or anything like that. The thing just went to the back door. I was like, "Yo, I need to go piss." So I let her out. So me and Donna are like thick as thieves, man. We're fucking 2 Twixes in a packet, right? We are buds. So we're hanging out for ages, and like I love it. I come home, she comes up, she picks up, and she's always singing and talking to me. My mom's like, "That sounds like that fucking cat is bleeding singing half the time." Because honestly, it makes like a weird like noise. And she was like, "Oh, she's like bleeding Donna Summer, what?" So we call my cat Donna Summer.
Nice.
Right? Because you're trying to figure out who's a famous singer called Donna. Clearly, the only one. My ma gets on me back. She's like, "You need to get that thing spayed. I'm not having loads of little fucking kittens in my fucking house that the fucking pain in the hole. Get that thing spayed." Now, getting the thing spayed is about 80 quid. I'm flat broke. I'm trying to save up for going back to college next year. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to spend 80 quid on something. But I love the thing, so I have to do it. So one day, bring it down the vet, and I was like, said to the vet, I was like, "Look, I can't use my phone and work. Here's me ma's number. If there's any problems with getting it spayed or blah, 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 bring it down." And I leg it, go to the bus. Yeah. And So I hear nothing about it, and I come home that day, and I walk into the gaff. I says, how are you? And my ma looks at me and goes, the fucking day I'm after having with that cat. I says, oh, go on. She says, so I brought her down. She was brought down. The vet calls me immediately. Says, we just wanted to just double check before we spayed it. See if there actually was a chip if we missed the first time, because it's been acting up the last time. Guess what? The bitch had a chip. Somebody owned her. I have this cat now a couple of months. I'm going, so my mom's like, oh, right, so what's this mean? It's like, well, it's not your cat, so you can't really, so you really can't spay this thing. Like, you can't neuter her, like, or whatever it is. I can't remember which one's for which. And she's like, okay, well, like, I've been fucking feeding it for, like, months. I gave her a collar and a name and, like, blah, blah, blah.
Someone
and he goes,
owes me money for this cat.
yeah, kind of. But also kind of like, yo, come pick your fucking cat up. So she was like, look, do you have the guy's number? And, like, I'll call him. And, because I'm going to, he goes, yeah. So he gives him guy's number. It's some Eastern European guy. I think he might have been Polish. And she's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, what's the story? And she's like, I have a cat. And he's like, which one? And he's like, the all black one. And he's like, oh, Blackie. And she was like,
oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh. What the fuck?
bro, that's a common name for pets.
Jesus Christ. You're joking.
No, my Uncle Eddie used to have a black Labrador called a Blackie.
You can't call it an animal Blackie.
Really? I didn't know. It was never like that. It was just like... I didn't know about that.
That caught me so off guard. That caught me so off guard.
Yeah. He used to have a black Labrador in his flat in Ballymun, and then he used to also have a parrot, and the parrot used to be like mimic him, and he'd go, "Meow, Blackie," and the parrot would do that and absolutely fucking wind the dog up to no end. It was fucking mad gaff. Anyway, your man's like, "Oh yeah, Blackie," and he goes, "Well, because he had a pair, and one of them was called Milky, and or like white, Milky or Milky or Blackie or something like that. It was a white and black pair." And he goes, and he goes, "Where do you live?" And he goes, "Coolock." And she was like, "Now my man's out in Meath, out in fucking Rathout."
Yeah, man.
And he's like, "How the fuck?" Now I know cats can cover long distances, but she's like, "How the fuck?" And he goes, "I was always jumping in horse boxes and stuff like that." So my mum living, about a 10-minute drive from a fucking race course.
Yeah.
Might have happened. And he says, "Well, what's the fucking crack? Like, do you want this fucking cat around?" He goes, "Well," and this is my man on the phone. He goes, "Well, it's not really me cat. It's me ex-girlfriend's cat." And she goes, "Right, well, can I have her fucking number then?" She's like, "Yeah, okay, cool." So my mum calls her, and she's like, "Oh, yeah." And she goes, "Where are you living then? Where's this cat going to?" She's like, "I live in Clare Hall." And she was like,
"Yo,
you up to Clare Hall, CH, what, rev the hood." So she's like, "Well, do you want this cat back?" And she was like, "Oh my God, I miss this cat so much." But she's like, the cat ran away, and I've actually just moved house into this new apartment complex, and they don't have like a pet kind of policy. She's like, "Why is it coming out here?" It's like, "Oh, we used to live," and basically they used to live in this place called Garristown. It's technically still in Dublin, but it's actually like near Navan. It's like as the border kind of curves in. And so I think the cat was trying to go back to its old home, even though it lives with a couple. It was like, "Oh, I'll go back to my old home, and the two motherfuckers be there." It's really heartbreaking. I know. Self is like gripping the chest. So my mom's like, "Well, what are we going to do here?"
I feel nothing.
Oh no, I'm dead inside. So my mom is pure like, "Well, I've got two kids that really love this cat and all, Now I was fucking 24. Oh, my mom was like, fuck this shit. We keeping this cat. She's like, "I've got two kids who really love this thing and blah blah blah." And the vet actually got on the phone and I was like, and she was like, "Oh, I don't know, and kind of want this, but I can't take it." And the vet got on the phone and was like, "Look, I've been dealing with this family with their pets for years. Literally, your cat has landed on its feet."
Was the vet like 3 of the pets have died mysterious deaths? Don't trust this fucking family.
No, but like he dealt with us with Charlie, and like obviously when Millie passed and stuff like that, we'd have brought her down as well. And he was like, "Look, this family love their pets and look after them. If I'm gonna say it's either this or a pound, give it to this family if you can't take it."
Was she considering the pound?
Or I don't know, she was maybe like figuring something out. I don't know what the story. And your mom wasn't, but my mom was stressed because it was like 2 days before Valentine's Day, and everybody in her office was like pure involved in this beef. Like it was taking the whole afternoon to call different people, and they were like, "Liv, I swear to God, it's 2 days before Valentine's Day. He's gonna take that cat off you and trying to get back with his ex-girlfriend and all." She's fucking stressing. "Oh fuck!" Like that's why she was like really trying to keep.
That's why I miss the office, because you just really chat about fucking bullshit.
I never worked in an office in my life, bro. Never.
Never.
No, never will.
Oh, you might miss out on I feel like a real interesting experience.
What, on a fucking printer breaking? Get the fuck. Give a shit, bro.
Yeah, have a little small talk.
Hey, it's gonna be casual Fridays. Oh, give me a.
Get your little office romance. Like, God, we would fuck if we were in this.
That
office.
happens in every workplace, bro.
But it's different in the office.
I don't want a job where I have to sit down or wear slacks ever.
You don't want a job where you have to sit down.
No.
You don't want to sit down.
No.
Wow. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know how to respond.
That's not working.
Do you hate this?
No. No. I don't call this work. This is not taxi.
It's not work when you're with your friends.
You get me? I love you, bro.
I love you, bro.
No, but I sit down answering emails. That's not working. Do you know what I mean? Lifting shit, building shit.
Oh, here we go.
That's
hip-hop,
working.
hip-hop.
That's real working.
Back in my
That's a
day-
good working, man.
Back in
using
my
your
day,
hands,
we didn't have computers.
milking things.
Boop, boop, boop.
Do you know what I
See you
mean?
later.
You know what I'm saying? So I used to work in the coal mine. for dough. So say one's like, yo, okay, you can have this cat, right? And she goes, all right, well look, I'm gonna send me your address. I'm gonna mail you a USB of all the, like, it's like pictures when it was a kid and like tiny little fucking kitten. She's got to release that, and she's like, also you probably need its passport. And my mom was like, what? What do you mean it's fucking passport? It's a cat. She was like, oh yeah, no, like she's from, where's she from?
Well, she's blackie, so I'm guessing somewhere in Africa, maybe. Or...
No, it's Kuwait.
Okay.
My cat is from Kuwait. They used to live out there. They're a both Polish couple. They worked for somewhere. They worked out in bleeding Kuwait, and it was a street cat. They used to come up onto their balcony. They started feeding it. They kept it. Got a not isolated. What's it called? I should know this word. We've been saying it fucking all years. No, not vaccinated. What's the shit when you like isolate somebody because they might have some shit just to check? Quarantine. Like how did I forget the word quarantine? It's been drilled into my fucking grey matter at this stage.
That's a bit mad.
So they quarantined it in Heathrow, brought it back, lived in a gaff, separated. The cat tried to run back and ended up out my back garden while I was having a cigarette. Just my random garden in an estate surrounded by loads of other houses, and just because I was having a cigarette at that time, I have my best mate Donna Summer, and I just want to give a big shout out to Donna. So I'm just saying, like, that's crazy, and I can't believe my cat has a fucking backstory.
I'm scared to ask, but the cat's alive still, yes?
She is with us. Oh, also as well, I came home and I was like, what story? She was like, oh, also, she's already been neutered, so we didn't have to fucking pay for nothing, bro.
80 quid.
Saved.
Right in your pocket.
Bro, I love that cat.
What's the song? Ooh, please tell me a song from the hit musical Cats.
Bro, I've never seen Cats, and I never fucking will.
No, who has?
Lots of people. Washed people.
Yeah, true. Wash people.
People who wear Skechers that with Velcro.
Damn.
You know them go walks, the slip-ons? Except for nurses. Nurses, you get away with that shit. Only nurses can wear Crocs too.
No, anyone can wear Crocs. Crocs are tight.
Ah, fuck you, bro.
Yo, look, can we stop giving nurses passes? They bully people in school.
Nurses?
Yeah.
That's not a nurse.
As a nurse, man.
Is it?
Smart, hot, mean nurses.
No, I'm talking like nurses, healthcare
Sophie's
workers.
like,
not
yeah.
like, oh, I'll send you a plaster or like, show me a note.
Yeah, I'm
say you
getting
got
the
diarrhea.
ones in hospital.
They're cool. I've never had a bad time with a nurse.
No, you didn't. Probably fucking the nurses, but bullies everyone else.
Excuse me? Maybe I was. I need to think of a tune. What's a good tune for that?
You're the worst.
No,
You're the worst
it's too easy.
You're the
It's
worst
too
person
easy.
I know.
I need like something that references cats or pussy. No.
Whoa.
No.
What?
What? You a dirty bastard.
Do it. What? Commit.
I love this cat. So I think it has to be like a really romantic fucking no.
That's a bit
Isn't
bestiality.
it? Yeah. I don't know. What's the tune for this?
You got a friend in me?
Here we go. That's why I wanted something that was like really wholesome. Not love, like as in like I didn't mean love. I mean like, you know, like you love your
Yeah,
cat.
I assume you have to clarify, Michael.
Bro, we gotta chop about a minute and a half of this off this fucking thing. This is
Yo, let's get cancelled at the end. Yes.
Yeah, no, okay. I need to think of a fucking tune.
You got a friend in me.
No.
I can
All right.
tell we're gonna be friends by
No. All right, so my song pick for this week is Queen. You're my best friend.
Cue music.
Cue the music. I love you, Don. Straight up.
And we're back.
We're back,
Welcome to episode 10.
where we solve mysterious murders of.
Yo, oh my god. You was like, it's like 1 down, 2 down,
Dude, I'm
3
telling
down. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Nah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. No, but you know what's actually tricky about that? Because in my head, I've always like,
Do you guys have pets?
I've always no. Now, mind you, I've tried,
Really?
and they were like, because the thing is, look,
You say it's a white and black thing. I've never known that.
no, it's not. It's not a white and black thing. It's like it's not very much an African thing. Like Harry has a dog,
Okay.
and he's had 2 dogs.
Yeah.
He's maybe one of the few Nigerians I know that have had a dog. Like their parents got a dog. It wasn't he got
Really?
one. His parents got
That's
one.
mad. Why not?
Because the thing is, look, I don't want to say this in a way, but if they hungry, they'll eat a dog over there. Like that's different cultures.
I'd eat a dog.
I'm gonna try to speak disrespectfully to like Nigeria or nothing, because it is what it is. I don't give a fuck, but it's like the kind of thing of it's
Yeah.
not culturally the same thing over there.
Yeah.
Because there's
Would
lizards
you eat a dog?
everywhere. Like if a chef the horror so
No, but here's the thing, right?
Oh, okay.
No, but here's the thing, right? If I can fucking eat a cow, I can eat.
Oh yeah, I'm with you.
I'd eat a panda.
Yeah.
fam, they're actually going to destroy us for this episode.
No, but like it's the conscious thing, and here's the thing as well.
white people don't play with their dogs. You know they don't play about
It's
the
a
pets.
it's the conscious carnivore. If I'm willing to kill it, if I'm willing to eat it, I should be willing to kill it.
You want to kill a dog?
If I have to, if I'm starving out in the woods, bro, and
Oh.
fucking and Rex comes up,
Well, no, that's different. Because
oh no, I'm just like
would you be
going
like,
down to a
I'm-
pound, and be like,
I'm
yo,
I'm
dog
ethically
tonight.
going to die. I'm ethically going to let myself. I'd eat a human if it was between me and death. Like if it was between I had to like kill you to survive, I would try my best.
Bro, you know I would taste amazing.
Jesus Christ.
But no, but like
You have
I
any
mean,
references? Can I call anybody?
I'm just got a few, but they won't talk to you. No, but I'm like. No, but I'm saying like you know when you get like when you go to TGI Fridays and they got like that like Jack Daniels infused meat, like you know all that like
Yeah.
that's me, bro. It's just gonna be like garlic infused that mango a la brandy,
Yo.
that mango a la fucking Dubliner whiskey.
Like yo, man. Like at this stage, I think we are half Dubliner whiskey, man.
We are here. You know what's gas? Have you ever had Kobe beef or Wagyu?
Dude, what kind of lifestyle are you living?
I'm gonna have it once in my life.
Oh, I thought you said you've had it.
No, I
I'm
will
like,
pay for it, bro.
when?
I will pay
How
for
much
it.
would it cost?
A couple of stacks, is it? Couple of
A
bills.
couple of stacks.
Like if you get it done in a proper restaurant, bro, it's from Japan. It has to land fresh in your plate in Dublin, and the thing is pissed out of its mind drinking cider. I
we
think,
don't fly to Japan and do it there for cheaper.
bro. Do you want it,
I would go to Japan.
I would go
You
to
know me,
Japan.
I'm a fucking loser. I want to go to Japan.
bro?
for any
Imagine
reason.
me, 6'3", ginger dude, walk around Japan.
God, they would take so many pictures of you.
It's crazy. Did you ever get that? People taking pictures of you?
I've got it in fucking Dublin.
No,
Old Asian couple were like,
no.
"Can we?" I'm like, they were so cute.
In
I was
Dublin?
like, yeah.
That's mad.
No, they were on holidays. So they were on holidays. So they
Oh.
clearly came from like I think China, and they're like, "Black guy, let's take this picture." I was like, "Yeah, sure." They were so nice and cute.
I got it in Malaysia where we were on this boat.
Oh yeah, Matt got loads of it.
Yeah, we were going from the main country to like I think Penang Island. And there was these 2 young fellas, and me and T were just hanging out. But this guy was like trying to take. So basically, I was sitting in the middle of this. You know those kind of floater ferry boats, yeah? We just stand on it, and there's like cars underneath it, whatever. And I'm standing. So there's beautiful views all around outside of the boat, and this guy's taking a picture of his friend. But it's like the inside of the boat, and it's mad scabby looking, but I'm in the background. So I'm like, the dude's just taking a picture of me, and you're mad. Like, I know what's up. Yeah. So I'm standing there, and your man's standing close to me, and I'm just like looking at them, smiling. And I'd just be like, bro, just ask me, it's okay. And then they came over and they're like, can we get a picture with you? I was like, yeah, cool. And I was like, cool. I think Penang Island's going to be this mad, like, remote area in Malaysia. I get over there, it's full of white people. I was like, bro, I'm not the only. If I was the only one around, I'd be like, grand, yeah. But Penang Island's like the holiday spot. I was like, there's fucking loads of honkies over here, bro. Take your pick.
Are they as white and as tall as you?
Well, maybe it's certainly not as ginger. I'd say it's quite rare to have red hair and green. I think having red hair and green eyes like me is like
Your
the
eyes
rarest.
green? Let me see. Pretty.
Thank you, darling. It's the rarest combination of hair and eye color in the world,
Damn.
bro. You looking
That's
at
class.
you looking at a unicorn, baby. You get me?
That's
For all
cool.
but for all the shit
That's
I got
cool.
for having red hair, I love it. I don't look like everybody else. And you know, if there's any young people listening here, like younger, who's still getting shit about how they look and all that stuff, trust me, you end up really loving the faults and the shit that makes you
the
different.
uniqueness. But also on that, anybody.
I used to cry when I was a kid getting the fucking head kicked off of having radar. Like, what? It just make my life so much easier.
Which is so funny because it's fucking like it's Ireland of all places. It's like
bro, that's what fucked me up. I didn't hear any of this until I hit secondary school, primary school. There was loads of gingers knocking about. It's like, yeah, whatever. I look like that. Like you have blonde hair, red hair, blonde. Got a secondary school. People fucking giving it stick. I'm like, I was like, why? Like, why? We're in Ireland.
This is where it's home to,
bro. Like, I'm from here. You with your bleeding Norman fucking head in you. Do you know what I mean? With your fucking great granddad work for the Brits. Get the fuck away from me.
But I'll tell you something as well, though. I really have a very strong response to people who like, if like, for example, if anyone ever like, if I was especially as a woman, there are so many traits of shit that like you got slated for, or body types you got slated for, and then guys and then women want it in the future. You know, I'd be if I had freckles, I'd fucking kill somebody. The amount of like shit you got when you have freckles as a kid. And now people like are
you're telling me like I don't know,
putting fake freckles on their face. People are drawing freckles on their face, and you bully people for having freckles. I'd fuck you up. Yo, you talk about like the look of how black girls look, and now you're getting fillers on your lips. Bro, I would break your fucking shit.
So I want to go back to this shit because that shit is fucking wild to me. But T told me that she used to have a bad back for a while because, let's be real, okay? She's my girlfriend and should be no surprise. Tara's dragging a wagon. You know what I'm saying?
I've never looked at.
Respectfully.
I've never seen
Respectfully.
I don't even know what T looks like from face shoulder down. I don't know anything.
I'm telling you now, this woman's arse, it's art.
It's new stuff.
I can see it from the front. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. Bro, as I called it when I got with her first, the deal sealer. Like, everything about you, I'm already, like, infatuated about every part of your life, your personality, all that shit. But that ass. Seal the deal. But she used to have to walk around when she was in school, like, she would, like, hunch to try and, like, tuck her arse in because she used to get slagged for it.
They hated
because they were like, oh, you have a big bum and all this stuff. And I was like, what?
They hated big boobs. They're sickos. I hate them.
Who the fuck hates a big ass?
They were children, bro. I was like legit. I remember
that in school. Though I was like, oh, size of her ass. I was like, yeah. Like, no, are we not all looking at that with thumbs up? This is a thumbs down.
That's amazing.
I don't understand this.
It's wild. No, I remember legit. It was, and this is once again. I was very young and
respectfully, ma.
We were talking about first year secondary school, talking about the hottest girls in our year, right? I was trying to put this girl, let's say her name was like Jessica, in the top 10, and they were like, "Get the fuck away from us." I'm like, "Yo, but her ass, like, we don't give a fuck." And I'm like,
isn't it?
I know they try to. Now like, oh, she gotta have a big butt. She need a BBL.
Yeah.
Fuck
getting butt lips and all. No, and like you're
fuck
like
you.
literally slagging her for that. And I'd say the same girls who were slagging that, like Tara, like trying to hide that.
Oh, now they want it.
It's crazy, man. But that whole shit now of like, and it's only something that I've seen the last 2 years is like the white girls who are like racially ambiguous online. What's it called? Blackfishing?
Blackfishing, man.
Bro,
it was called nigger fishing originally, but then
it's called what?
It's called nigger fishing originally, but then people were like, "Yo, actually."
I also want to talk about this, but I can't really say what I'm talking about.
It's something discussion from the other end, so I had to change to black. I love when it was called nigger fishing because that was like hard. I was like, because
we're discussing it.
It sounds gross, and they're being gross. It's like
they are being so.
The title does what it does. It makes you uncomfortable. Cool. They make me uncomfortable. I hate their existence.
It's like it's so wild, man, and like it's just so like okay, I get it. Big lips, I feel have always been.
No, dude, I am fucking telling you, bro.
On a woman, I always thought like growing up, like Angelina Jolie and Carmen Electra and all. Like I never thought, but I'm saying like the tan thing, and then the box braids, dude, and then like
it's the Kardashians, like because the thing is
and
like
even contouring their nose is different, and it's just like it's.
Dude,
why are you doing this?
And the thing is as well, like people like I think as well, like because I
feel, do you know what? Sorry, just to prefix this before, like we are talking about women and their bodies and all that stuff. I find it very sad for the girls who do that because they're clearly so massively insecure about how they look that they would literally change everything about how they physically appear. I feel that's so bad because that lies in a serious insecurity within themselves, and that's sad. And I wish that they didn't have to feel like that.
Yeah.
But also what they're doing is kind of fucked
Also,
up.
get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, listen, man, because like...
But I just want to point that out that like, as two dudes talking about girls here,
look, Sophie,
I wanted
if you
to
get
just...
wild, yo, come say something. Come call us out.
Come slap me. Like, straight up. You got permission.
But for...
If you're talking about blackfishing, now fuck that.
Yeah, no, because as well.
I'm just trying to be compassionate. I'm the older guy in the room. I'm just trying to be like, hon, that's sorry.
Let me give you some 2 cents on that shit, man. Like when I was growing up, I remember when I found out because there's a fine line I think between wanting to improve yourself or change your body type, get a body that you're happy with, and then also maybe like negatively impacting yourself. Like I remember the exact moment, second, I found out I was dark skinned black. Because to me, I saw black, white, Asian. I had no concept of anything else.
Yeah, it's not something I knew until
my friend Franklin was saying to me like, yeah, man. He was playing like bleaching cream. I was like, what's bleaching cream for?
he was using it.
Yeah, no, this is where it goes. He's explaining. I'm like, what's bleaching cream for? He's like, oh, it's for making your skin lighter. I'm like,
why?
Why'd you do that? It's like, oh, because like you want to be light skinned. Like you ever notice that the most like handsome or best looking black people are light skinned? And then he started pointing out the different people to me. I was like, oh yeah. He's like, so like you would be dark skinned. I'm like, yeah, I guess I would be dark skinned. Fine, why tell you that I bleached for 3 fucking years and destroyed my skin? Like,
oh my God.
Like that because especially like being, let's say, black and Kildare and like the normative standards of what's attractive is so fucking limited, you know. So it's like,
is that not like really bad for you?
It's really bad for you, man. So like
I never seen it until I went to Malaysia, and it's everywhere for that. And it's mad when we used to watch like the Bollywood films, all the bad guys, dark skin, big mustache, but the main characters in all the soap operas who were Indian, they all look Greek, like they look like Tara. They all looked Punjab, like northern Indian and stuff like that. I was like, oh shit, all your stars are like that, and like there's bleaching cream, so you can look like all this stuff that's like Indian culture, but all the people on it look like northern Spanish. I was like, isn't that such a shame, man?
No, I mean, look, so I do also like, I empathize, especially like if your insecurity is causing you to like, especially like put yourself in harm's way and do some things you might not want to do. I empathize with you, but all at the same time, I empathize with black women more in terms of
facts.
Like, they got beat into the dirt for these features. They've like, and then it's
lampooned for it. Even.
It's like almost like people taking pieces of your body, not you, just enough pieces to assemble something that's like acceptable, but not, to clarify,
but not you.
Not you.
That's so fucked.
Your lips, your ass, your thighs, your but not you. You stay like, it's a frustration there. So like, it's a weird bag between. Like, I don't think anything's wrong with people, like, if they want to get lip fillers. I think that's fine. Like,
you want to throw a little tan on for a night out, that's fine. But, like, let's roll it up the chart, up the colour chart a little bit.
What's that line?
Like, don't be going that crazy.
I'm not even what's that line just for, like, you and what's for you. But also, what's that line for, like, people that you're maybe pulling from, if you get me?
Facts.
Like, so, yeah, no, like.
And how, like, I mean, like, you said you were bleaching that, like.
Yeah.
How hard, like, where did you went and bought that?
These creams are in any fucking Nigerian store where you want to go get like hair extensions or da.
But what was the thought process of like, did your mom and dad know, or?
I mean, like, because the things
obviously this is because I would get literally a fucking tan off a light bulb, so this is all absolutely completely new information. I'm just finding this interesting. If you don't want to talk about it, of course.
I've talked about it before as well because I think it's so important to talk about, you know. This is also just being honest. Like, my thing is,
but we both preach loving what you are, no matter what.
That's it. And you can like obviously want to improve.
Yeah,
like, I
absolutely.
think that's totally fine. But
totally
limits too. So my thing is, I never wanted to be light skin. I never wanted to be Drake. I just wanted to be.
Bro, you hate Drake. The first light skin dude, he was like, I never want to be fuck Drake.
Yo,
you know
is Drake not the king of the light skin niggas? Am I wrong?
Is he?
Who will be the king if not Drake of the light skin fellas?
No, I'm not answering that question.
Right.
I'm not answering the question.
You're right.
Because I don't get a say in that.
Wrong audience.
Bro, I'm too long in the tooth for this shit. You're never going to catch me slipping, bro.
I wasn't even trying to catch you out, man.
Yeah. Still didn't, though.
I was trying to get like a shade or two lighter. So obviously, like after a while, and I was maybe just use it on my face. So like there's like a ridiculous picture of like my face is just like a shade or two different to like my neck.
Does it come back?
Yeah, you'll get darker over time. Like
Okay.
that's the thing. It's the problem with it. It's like also you have to constantly use it.
Yeah.
And you can stop for a bit, and then eventually you will just start to get darker again.
Yeah. Because the only reference I ever had for bleaching growing up, or the first time I ever knew what the fuck it was.
Looking?
No.
Oh.
Funny enough, actually not. I never thought hers was as a bleaching. I thought it was more of a surgery thing. But somebody who I'd seen was very clearly bleaching, and people were like, "Yo, this is the biggest end of bleaching was Vibes Cartel."
Oh, is that the one that looks like proper white?
You know the Jamaican dude, like the world boss, the biggest dancehall artist of all time. He's in prison for like murder.
I don't
You don't know Vibes Cartel?
Maybe it's like C.
Wow. So Vibes Cartel is like you know Popcorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Vibes Cartel was the Donnie and Popcorn was in his fucking clip. And then
Okay.
Vibes Cartel got done for the murder. I think he buried some two dudes under his fucking patio. Like, he was really, really about that.
Damn.
But because he's so famous and he's so, like, well loved within Jamaica, he's just still recording albums, like full on albums in prison.
Oh,
like,
shit.
like not like down the phone, like he's got like a studio in prison. But he was very heavily bleached. It was the first time I was like, what? Why would you do that shit? It was like, because to me, like, there was never a colorism was never a thing to me. I was like you. I grew up, especially in Ireland, we didn't have that nuance. Do you know what I mean? Of like, well, no, that's mixed and that's black. I was like, no, like, I just grew up like my friend was mixed, but he was black. Do you know what I mean? It was like, or he's Asian. It was like, it didn't matter. So
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
crazy.
And it's such a, the thing is, it's such like a, because obviously I think white people maybe subconsciously might react more favorably if you have more Eurocentric features. But it wasn't.
Well, we see that from Hollywood.
It wasn't thing that
music.
they were consciously doing. I don't think. But it's a funny thing when someone pointed it out to me, it became so clear. And what's worse about that kind of thing is, you do these things. You're like, oh, if I have this surgery, I'll feel better by myself, and then you might feel empty. But what sucks is I felt better about myself. I felt more
Really?
confident in myself. It did what it needed to do, and that's why it took so long to stop doing it. You know.
Yeah.
But it.
I mean,
it
it's
sucks.
nothing.
It
It's
sucks.
nothing like it's nothing compared to you. But in the same vein of, I suppose, is that I used to really, really hate the way I looked. I was very let's be real. Well, I wasn't a looker. Let's be real here, guys. My mom loves me, but because she had to, you know. But I feel like maybe I kept the way I dressed and my hair and my glasses and everything about me. I didn't take care of myself, because all I ever heard from people growing up was that, like, you're ugly, you're fucked up, or it's a ginger guy, or you got glasses, or you're skinny, or you have a fucking wonky eye. And I started to believe all the shit I was hearing. And I fucking hated the way I looked. And I tried to change everything. I got home because I was so skinny. Bro, when I was like, people don't believe this, when I was 16, I was jacked. I would go home and do millions of push-ups, sit-ups, fucking, like, dumbbells, all that. I was just to, like, and it wasn't for me. It wasn't like, oh, I want to get a better body. I was like, I just have this body, I'm cool. Like, you see me now, like, if I still wanted that body, I would get it. Like, I'm happy with how I look now. But I, honest to God, I have this thing in my head where sometimes I need to just mind game myself. And I had a mirror, like just a small little, like, face mirror. You know, when you wake up, you can just catch yourself, right? Not like a big thing or that, but I used to sit up and in the morning, I used to look at that. And I used to have to say, I love you, bro. I love you. For every day before I got up, even put my fucking socks on, I was like, I love you. You're the shit, bro. I fucking literally taught myself up to leave my bedroom, bro. I hated myself. I hated my red hair, hated my glasses. And now look at me. That's who I am. You see red hair and glasses, you're like, yo, he looks like Mango. Like, that's I've made the things that people turned against me and made me feel horrible for who I am. And now I'm trying to get that celebrated. So I felt it was more of a mind state of like, no, don't change for these motherfuckers. Because you like, what do you change? You change it for them shit that you really can't change. So just own your shit. It's even like, and it's all mind game stuff. I'll give you a fucking side one as well, right? When I was young, I used to have mad stage fright at the urinal. Mad stage fright. Nothing coming out, bro.
Oh yeah.
So I'd come up, like, you know,
I saw like dudes look at my dick.
It wasn't even that.
No, because white dudes are too curious. Like, was it actually big? Like,
yeah.
Dude,
Anybody else, you'd be like, oh.
The amount of times I've caught dudes look at my dick in the urinal is
same.
Shock.
People will, people look at me.
I'm gonna go fight dicks out. We fight.
Bro,
that's sex.
my dick,
like,
my dick.
That's the.
Bro, you trying to do something or what? Respectfully,
I suck your dick so
Yo,
hard,
man.
bro.
Do you like what you see, bro? I'm saying, I'm free tonight. No, basically, when I was a young fella, I'd be in a build. You know, yes, I'd grow up in fucking pubs, and I'd go in and I'd fucking 2 outfits or something like that, and like, you know, like me and Doug were talking off air. Like, I only explained to my mate the other night that, like, men in jacks in toilets have been doing social distancing forever. The rule is, if because like we were saying, like, you go into a toilet now, right, and like there's like 3 urinals, and the middle one has like tape in the middle of it, so you can't use that. It's like, We don't use that in one anyway.
That was never used.
That was never used. If I'm in the one urinal and you use the one beside me, you're getting mad looks. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Do you think it's like a homophobia thing or like a...
It started at that, but it's also a privacy thing. It was never a homophobia thing for me. It was like, also, no, do you know what it is? It's not homophobia. It's just the fact that if you use the one right beside me, I'm going to assume you're trying to cop a look. Because you can't look from the over the room. Like, I'm blessed. I ain't that blessed. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, but like, do you know what I'm saying? But... I would like, so we've always had to do like, you have to use the other, like if it's a trough, you got to use the opposite sides.
Yeah, space.
You literally have to go the furthest possible you can, just in case a third homie has to come in and slot in. And there you're like, okay, there's a little bit of space for
Now, one place that rule doesn't exist, which I think in a way is kind of magical. For some reason, festivals, that rule doesn't exist. It's like we're all peeing side by side.
Eyeballing the dude across from you.
No, eyeball. We talking.
Did you catch? I see Khalees there. Now.
J. Cole's playing a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be.
But you know what it is? I think this is the thing. It's not the homophobia. It's the privacy. I'm just standing in front of you, and there's a thing blocking us.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't mind. It's just the fact that like I know if you're eye shot of like my thing, I feel like, you know what I mean. Where that if you're across away from me, it's fine. So we've been doing this social distancing fucking thing for ages, but like I used to see two dudes, and oh my god, I'm gonna do this, and then it happened to me once, and I didn't know why it happened to me. I didn't actually, because like stage fright is completely subconscious. Like you're like, no, I'm ready to pee, and your body's like, bro, don't do it. I was like, well, I already have you in my hand.
Hold in.
Yeah, I'm like, I already have you in my hand. Like, dog, let's do it. Like, let's go, and I couldn't. So I literally had to say to myself, I would walk into it, open the fucking bathroom door, it'd squeak, and I'd see two dudes. And I'm like, fuck these cunts. Fuck these motherfuckers. What the fuck they got?
Why not go to a cubicle if you were like...
No, because that was giving in. I was like, I need to fix this problem about myself.
Okay.
Like, this is a subconscious self-problem that I have. Like, there's no problem with me having a piss beside somebody else. This is obviously... I don't want this to turn into a thing in my head. I just noticed that it happened over here, and I was like, I'm not doing this. Because I used to never have it. But now I do. So I just was like, fuck these motherfuckers. It's probably got tiny dicks anyway. And I go up and I swear to God, bro, I would be hosing the place down.
Jesus. All right.
Actually,
ease up.
Dougie,
yeah.
You got that story the first time you met me?
Yeah, first time I met Mango was at the Kojak in the academy. We was at one of the fucking, the urinal was one of those piss troughs.
Yeah.
And there were three guys in front of me and I come in. There's like not really any space. The guy on the right turns around. It's fucking Mango. And he goes, oh, here, scooch in. And he fucking nudges the other guys down.
Jesus.
I was like, yo, scooch, move up, bro. Like, nobody likes missing a song at a gig. He's gonna like miss a fucking thing because everyone, like, you're already mid flow. He's not gonna stop. Like, get in, come on, tuck in. Who gives a bollocks? Out straight. I'm just saying, man.
Wow. What a magical meeting of minds. Right?
First time I ever met was at
wow, that you were never at a Teddy Rex show before we fucking met, huh?
Oh, really? Hold on, Doug.
I don't go to music shows a lot.
But you were at Kojak's show, huh?
Have you been to a Mango Matman show?
Oh, your girlfriend. So your girlfriend doesn't like black people, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
what I got. What about Mango Matman shows? Have you ever been? Your girlfriend's classist. She hates the fact Matman's from Clondalkin.
She's racist and classist.
I've been to fucking...
Whoa. Pull the fucking brakes. You've been to 3 gigs.
Maybe 4.
What?
And one music festival.
Bro, I've gone to 4 gigs in a week.
Yo, Doug, Doug's...
This is the mad thing. We're in a bubble. We don't realize that there's people who live like
no,
that.
Doug's...
Like
no, Doug...
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You're missing out on a lot of really good times.
Man, I don't...
No, like...
I'm an introvert.
We
I'm not a big drinker.
We were truly talking about it. I was like, Doug,
yeah, but you like art, you like music.
Yeah, I do, yeah. Fucking, I saw Black Banshee. I saw JPEG Mafia. That was
Right.
fucking great.
Right.
Kojak. And... Oh, my girlfriend got me tickets to Tame Impala once.
You saw some of Teddy Rex performances, you video.
Yeah,
you liked them, right? Like,
Look at this guy. Absolutely, like, please just save some of your life.
Thank you.
Because I never normally go to them.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
After post-pandemic, I'm going to try to go to more.
No, it was truly because I was like,
well, you ain't getting guest list tomorrow, bro. If you haven't made the effort yet, you ain't getting the effort now,
it's
bro.
Because me and Doug were talking. I was like, oh, Doug, we need, because like we're working together so much. Like, oh, we need to go session together, get to really know each other. It's like, okay, what? I'm like, can we do this? Like, I don't do that. Oh, can we do this? Like, I don't do that. I'm like, can we maybe like go like catch a gig? I don't do that. I'm like, what do you fucking do, Doug? I'm trying to connect to you. Fuck. And he's like,
out straight, man.
I watch movies.
We're in a bubble, bro.
We have a couple cans we play board games.
I'm with that.
Play some Risk.
Oh, yo, what's your best board game? Is it Risk?
No.
I'm a mad fan of Frustration. Do you know the one with the little ball in the middle and you click it and the dice roll around? Oh, fucking love a bit of Frustration, me now. Yeah.
I can't play board games with my girl no more, man. I would say 30
Is it like
seconds.
that?
We fought every single time.
Yeah, but what are you
we
playing? Monopoly, though? Monopoly will
played-
fucking
we
ruin
played
people.
30 seconds, but the thing is, like, I like fights, but it's like, it might be a thing in my mind, hey, you holding us back, and it becomes a thing of like, well, you haven't proposed, nigga, no.
Oh, wow. Like,
No.
just go straight DEFCON 5.
No, she's not saying propose now, mind you.
yeah.
But it's like, it escalates into different things. Because, like, the thing is, and God love her. Lovely woman. Hilarious. What?
Look at him covering his back.
I
Right?
was gonna say,
Absolutely buttering himself up before he goes in.
I was gonna say her skills at 30 seconds is mid. She's
What's
hard
30
mid.
seconds?
I heard an alternative story.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay. Plot twist.
Here we go.
Fanfic. Let's go.
And I would agree with it that 30 seconds is a very niche Irish game.
Yeah.
I've never played this game.
Oh, you'd love it. You'd love it.
You'd love it.
Oh,
Why is
You'd love it.
What's 30 seconds?
I know what you gonna
What do
say.
you mean? It's me to
I
admit
know
it.
what you gonna say.
I'm 30 seconds? What the fuck is that supposed to
There
be?
were things I couldn't get because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, you've no context for them.
No, but the thing is, like, here's my thing. Every time that was, like, it'd be like, who reports to RT News? I'm like, I don't look, hands up, I don't know. I take responsibility for that point. But the problem is, I would be saying, like, the thing, every time I didn't get one, like, I'd be saying things that are very obvious, and she couldn't put two and two together. It's like, look, if I don't know, that's on
You're
me.
Kirk Van Houten.
I don't know,
It's
man.
dignity. It's dignity. Yo, I know a guy who got the dignity tattoo.
Wait.
What the fuck is 30 seconds? Basically, just I say something you have to
But
guess
wait,
in
before we
30
go into
seconds.
board games, can I just really touch back onto this? I think we're doing a really good discussion on insecurity and shit.
Yes.
Because you said something wild to me that I really resonate with, but the opposite. So you would wake up and have to hype yourself up.
Yeah.
So I
You
found.
have to hype yourself down. It's like, bro, you killed him too much right now.
Nah, listen,
You know what I'm
he's too
saying?
high. No,
You're
no.
too gorgeous.
Fam, no, I won't lie to you. So I'm also back onto the insecurity and like being unsure of yourself. I'm not proud of this now, but I used to watch fucking pickup artists on YouTube. I was like, how do you get girls? How do you talk to girls? Mind you, this is all stemming from the same place, right? It's all
You're an incel.
I'm all.
He's part of the fucking alt-right.
Yo, it can't be Daffy. I'm so sorry you're bleaching.
I
2
was
seconds,
nice to
you
her. I
fucking
deserve a
incel. You can't kill me. You
You
can't
were
be
pickup
carried and
artist.
kill me straight away.
What you need to do is break down every morsel of fucking self-esteem she has, and then she will take her clothes off you, and this is how you win. I remember that MTV was rolling shit like that, and I was like, ugh.
But I used to watch these guys, and what was not cool about it, because obviously it's not fucking cool. But
Nothing is cool about pickup artists.
No,
bro.
but your man was fucking Asian and not like what was conventionally attractive. So I'm like, okay, if he's getting girls,
okay,
so
he was hustling.
So,
the game.
so the thing was like, and one of the things was like, look, you have to want to constantly improve, and it was basically, so I like legit woke up in the morning or when I was working out, look in the mirror, being like, you're a piece of shit, you're fucking ugly. It was like, what? Because it was like you wanted to like reach this thing where you wanted to be more than that. So you were like, I was like talking myself down, like, you stupid, fat, ugly.
Oh,
piece
that's
of
like
shit.
the worst thing.
Like
to do.
working out and shit, and like being like unnecessarily mean to women. You're absolutely fucking right. That's what it was. It was like, be a little neggy, be a little cocky, be a little mean. And I tell you now, man, but you're talking
What
to
did
people.
it get you?
It worked. You're talking to people who have low self-esteem as well. It's a vicious cycle.
Really?
I got low self-esteem. Talking to people who got low self-esteem. And now it's a perpetual fucking
like
misery
hate
machine.
fucking each other.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't fucking.
Wow.
You want, speaking as someone.
Speaking as a pickup artist.
As an expert.
I consider myself a bit of a fat piece of shit.
Yo, go on, please. You got the floor.
When they hate you, you want their approval.
Right.
So it's like, you'll do anything.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whereas, like,
Maybe I've been like that and I didn't register I was being like that.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, well, like, what? They don't want me. Oh, this is like, what do I do?
That's
okay, well, maybe if I do this, do this,
fucked.
do this.
So they get you eventually to do what they want.
Pretty much, yeah.
The basing stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm telling you now, if you're a pickup artist, please DM me and I will find out where you live and break your
you
jaw.
up.
Like literally kick
DM
every
me
rib you have
to fight.
into dust. No problem. Because I might as well break your spine because you are a worm.
Break your spine.
I will literally predator you. There we go. There we go. A bit of predator reference.
What? You You were predating fucking women. Now I'm a predator.
You son, nigga. Predator 2, bro. I'm a
Remember-
Danny Glover, your ass. You get me? But, look, I mean, the thing is about that, like, that self-love shit, man. Like, it's something that takes a while, but it's so worth it because I had to realize, and I was very conscious growing up, I'm only on this planet for a short amount of time. I'm only gonna look like if this is like I'm in my fucking 20s. This might be the peak of my body. You better start loving it now because you'll hate it. If you don't like this, you're gonna hate where you're going. So, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
You're aging like wine though. You're fine.
The other morning, I woke up hanging together. I mean, stitched together. Right? Took a snack box to bed with me. Curry and garlic sauce.
Ugh.
Trust me, though.
Ugh.
Trust me. Dip the chip in the garlic sauce, then coat it with curry sauce. Trust me. Not gonna lie, game changer.
Jesus.
It's one of my drunk inventions. It's obviously clearly not the first person to invent it, but I invented it technically for me. And I wake up the next morning, hanging together, not a fucking thread on my body. Right? I get up and there's a big mirror beside my bed, and I look up and I can literally see like a V and the indent in my body and all that. I'm like, man, God, how the fuck are you getting away with this, man? It's like how long is this gonna last? Because
He's
you
cheated.
literally pounded a rake of gargle last night and got the greasiest, fattest food you could have, and you could bounce a penny off my fucking stomach. Gotta love it. And you know, big respect if that ain't your fucking body type at the minute. But what I'm saying is, if you got a bit of fucking jiggle in you, love that jiggle. I'm telling you now, out straight as well, and because I mean we're self conscious. But women got it the worst. Like, they're indoctrinated that shit from the magazines they pick up off that mom and all. This celebrity's getting fat. This celebrity's getting too skinny.
Dude,
like, it's
the
non-stop
fact
for
that
them.
those are articles like, hey, this celebrity gained a little bit of weight. Let's talk.
Look at her
about it.
eating
Let's
a burger.
discuss.
Let's circle it. in
Yeah.
red.
And here's the mad thing, right? Girls be so worried about the weight and all that stuff. And I said it to my board. I was like, look, I have been around, clearly, like as every man has, been around some very, very wild conversations about women. I've heard all sorts of carry on.
What?
Respectfully and
Not
unrespectfully,
me.
talking about women and their bodies
I
and
have
what they
nothing to do
fancy.
with this.
This motherfucker.
Max Zanga.
Yeah.
I've never been.
Do you know what? I'm gonna phone record
I've never
this.
even discussed a woman before, so.
I've never seen a woman before.
Never
Actually,
seen a woman
actually closes
ever
his
in my
eyes. He's
life.
never seen Sophie.
Eyes
Just
closed.
respectfully, ma.
Respectfully.
I'm gonna close my eyes
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right
so
now.
I do not judge you.
I'm a Christian, so I can't even have sex.
Yeah, but Christians judge women. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, headshot. Plot twist.
Not our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
But what I'm saying is, I've been around all these things, and no lad has ever been like, oh man, she's mad skinny. That's fucking exactly what I want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always been like, no, I like a fucking real woman. Like, you don't have to slim for men, man.
No, I don't think that's true, man. I don't think that's true. Let me get
I've
pushed
never heard it.
back.
I just always feel like
You never heard
women,
a fella, like the amount of, like, look, and I'm with you there in terms of, because at the end of the day, right, what I think is, and this is maybe the frustration of what we were talking about before with freckles and everything, it's that people a lot of the time, if they don't currently, will end up wanting what you have. I think there might be a frustration of,
But
wait,
just before you park on that, because I really want to like nail
Okay,
a
cool,
point
sorry,
before
go
it gets like misconstrued, is that this skinniness and this like super like especially from like the fashion industry and the models and all that stuff, that shit is being pushed from a media side. I don't believe that that's from people. I don't know anybody who's been like, I need someone who's a size 0. I feel like that is coming from like fashion houses and modeling shit and all that stuff, and like these articles that are like, but like, as I'm saying, this is just my interpretation. I've never heard man, woman, anything like that ever saying like that kind of conversation about somebody being like,
I have to be honest, I have.
they need to be really.
I know loads of
Is that a
dudes.
thing?
I know loads of dudes who love stick skinny girls. I know that's what like that. That's like.
Hey, look, and if you're stick skinny, love yourself. That's cool too, man.
See,
I'm a fucking skinny motherfucker too. Love that shit. But like, I've never heard like somebody being like, do you know what I mean?
I just feel like media dictates so much what people like,
Yeah.
and that's a problem. Where it's like
It's the media pushing this body
even
to-
if it's
image shit.
organic or not, it doesn't matter because it's out there enough that that's what people fuck with. I have homies that they'd be like, if even a little bit of weight, like she's too heavy.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm like, yo, like, I mean, that's a problem.
But
That's
do you think that they're
indoctrination.
saying that because they've been indoctrinated by the same media?
But the problem is
telling-
you can't choose what you find attractive. So the thing is, if they're saying that and that's what gets them going, doesn't matter where it came from. That's who they are now. That's what they find attractive, and it's so
fucking
hard
weird.
to.
I just like, especially like every girlfriend I've been with has always had like like I mean I have my insecurities as we said, but I feel like women live with their insecurities so much more, and it's so much on them all the time, and my heart breaks them because it's just like it doesn't matter to the majority of dudes. It never matters to the majority of dudes.
I gotta get pushed.
Maybe it's the kind of lad I'm hanging around with.
No, but it's also bigger than that because like it's not dudes or whatever, but it's like it affects employment. It affects
Exactly,
like,
exactly.
it goes
Yeah.
So far above just romantic interactions. Like I notice because like listen, I love my body. I have no complaints. But
Straight up.
I used to be. It was a few years ago where I was stiff thin and I was in a very unhealthy place. That's why.
Right.
I can tell. I notice the difference between how people, even though I'm still
You.
absolutely normal sized. Yeah. I notice the difference in the way people treat me between the way I am now and when I was that skinny.
Really?
Just on a day-to-day basis, how people approach you, how
Whole
people
different
talk
process.
to you.
Whole different
Like,
process,
it's
man.
subtle. It's not
Okay.
big, but
Okay,
it's
so we can talk
definitely
about this problem. So how do we do something about it? So so somebody, especially for yourself, okay, what would you like to change in day-to-day stuff?
Solve the patriarchy now.
In like
Go.
in the podcast. No, but I'm saying like, okay, day-to-day, what do you think are like some small things that people could change that you've noticed?
I think just like seeing big people and just in normal, like for me, like Lizzo.
Like
seeing
representation
Lizzo be,
in more
definitely
areas.
Seeing Lizzo be sexy as fucking hell.
Yeah.
That does like.
That changes.
Yo, can I be real for a second? Because let me say, I was like in terms of like, let's say,
Because I don't want
example.
that kind of world, man.
But I think my honest belief is, and maybe we're going away from making, I think, push away from women being unhealthily skinny to being like, hey, you need these unrealistic body types of being thin waist, big, like it's shifting.
Yeah.
But it went from like they're both harmful.
Yes.
But I think maybe the one that we're currently at now in terms of like, look, I think it'll be fueling probably anorexia less. I think it's still harmful. Like I don't know, like I don't know. I like to think that the world's improving. In many ways it is, but also in many ways it's getting worse. I can't speak to it. But I will say about normalization thing. I met up day one Ibiza. I'm 19. Go there. It's topless beaches, right? It's a topless beach. Have to be on the beach out fucking.
Because you're jacked, bro. Don't be telling me
tits out. No, back then I was like,
because you put a thing up on Twitter there the other day, bro, and this fella looking absolutely like.
Yo, listen, I'm trying to get like.
I was like, bro. I was like, you already have a board. Why are you posting this?
I'm trying to get like Doug, bro. I'm just trying to do what Doug doing.
Yeah, that's cool, but like, what?
Doug taught me.
Why are you showing it online though?
Doug taught me. Because he goes, I know they're missing, bro. These girls and guys gotta know, hey,
Yeah, okay.
it's tough out here, boss. Anyway,
Okay.
But anyway, so I went out. I was like, look, I was looking 19. I was like,
You're looking great though.
I was like, tits, thank you. I was like, yo, there's tits on the beach. This is crazy. Oh my god, boobs. By day 3, went to the beach. I'm like, yeah, boobs. By day 7, I didn't give a toss.
Fuck.
It's like normalization.
Normalization.
Because your brain will just, if you see like the amount, like, do you see a story there recently about like this dude who was dating a trans girl? People found out and murdered her. It was like, you found them sexy, you were sleeping them, you were happy with it. People found out, and the shame made you murder somebody.
Oh my god.
It's like normalization is so key because it's like there are people who like all sorts of things. Like I always say this example. I was at a fucking party, right? And this is obviously in no fucking way is a 1-to-1. I was at a party, and like it was in Kildare, got a little bit whatever, and like I ended up having like this girl was like, oh, do you want to go into a three-way kiss, right? I was like, yeah, I'll do a three-way kiss. I'm fucking 18. I'll do anything.
Yeah.
I love.
This is peak horny time.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
So we do a three-way kiss, right? It's like me and then 2 white girls. Do a three-way kiss, happen, and then this guy come over and was like, what are you kissing that guy for? Like I walked away, they were talking. It's like, what are you kissing that guy for? It's like, huh? It's like why are you kissing that dude? Like he's not attractive. Like he like this. It was a dude being like, basically, why are you kissing this black fella? Like not saying it, but being like,
it to the girls.
say it to the girls, like, what are you doing that for? Why would you do that? That's weird. Like he's not attractive. Why would you do that? She's like, he was being real pushy about it. And like he just kept asking. What's her idea? This girl was feeling it, got pushed back for what she did with like a black dude. Was like, I didn't even want to do this.
Wow.
You know, it's all about normalization of these things because it's like it's taking people who are like might find something that isn't the norm attractive. Yeah. Like loads of people are slagging Lizzo who find her hot. They're in denial about it.
Yo,
it's
Lizzo's a cracker
thing, man.
Lizzo's unreal. I wouldn't say her stuck now. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, yo, Lizzo, holla. I'm saying.
Even like like her shows, she's dancing.
Yeah, it's big up,
like,
yeah.
That's kind of what I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
and stuff, because it's like she's doing
Yeah,
everything. Her
yeah.
body, and like I think that's a huge thing. Like,
But even for me, when I was growing up, man, like Missy Elliott, she was fine as fuck. I was like, yeah,
but
Yeah.
I
let's
think
get
it's
it.
this idea of like I can't do things until I am.
Yeah. So,
Until
but that
I'm
was the
in,
thing.
like,
It was like
new
Missy Elliott
body.
was alone. She was alone out there. Yeah, you couldn't really point to anybody else.
But I think
Yeah,
it's, like, seeing them.
I get with you with that thing. See, remember last episode and I was talking about I don't know. I feel like I don't know really applies to this stuff. Just be like, I don't care. If the less you care about other people, the better their life is, bro. I was like, I was like, yeah, I don't care what they're doing.
But
I have limited time as this meat bag walking the earth to be worrying about what other people are doing that doesn't affect me. I do not give a fuck.
But you know the problem, this has been my issue, is that we've done what we've done is like, so before we place so much importance on like what it is to be like the normative or regular standard of beauty, right?
Yeah.
And now we've changed it to be like, well, no, if you're a good person I like, you're hot, and if you're a bad person I don't like, you're ugly. But it's like you're still placing importance on hotness, but just now making it morality. So it's like, oh, this actor who suddenly did a bad thing is ugly. Look, you're not convincing me that movie star is ugly. They can be a bad person, a terrible person. They're not ugly. You have to convince yourself.
Do you know what? A big thing I forgot to pick up on earlier, right? And nothing changed really about me when I was looking in the mirror, telling myself I loved me, right?
No, you've grown up. I won't lie to you. You look very different.
I do. No, I look magnificent. Thank you. I will back that. But at the time, nothing changed physically about me. You know, I mean, barbers weren't really doing fades a lot back then. You know, it was what it was. Specsavers was
white
fucking
barbers, just too doubly. Sorry,
bro. Yeah, me coming in there, talk to homie.
I know.
Up on Parnell Street with the Bluetooth headset, clipping my shit to bits. Nah, fuck that, bro. I was scared of my life going there. I was like, yo, I was asking people for fades. Some lad left me like Guile out of fucking Street Fighter, just started shaving outwards. And I was like, no, bro, this is not what we're doing. I had to get my shit fixed. I'm not gonna lie, but when I was looking in the mirror. And I was like, I don't like you and all that stuff. Do you know what changed? And all of a sudden, how I was able to interact with boards and all that shit. And when you get a bit older, or, you know, when I say this to people, they all go, yeah, of course. But it's very hard to remember when you're stuck hating yourself. That confidence is the sexiest shit in the world. You may have some fucked up teeth. You may be a 5'1" dude. You may be fucking looking like Mango was at 19. Not great. Rough, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Love yourself unless you look like
very
Mango when he was
undercooked,
19.
shall we say. An undercooked Mango. Do you know what I mean? Bit of, do you know what I'm saying?
It's an air in the oven.
Yeah, bit al dente, shall we say, physically. But when I started walking out and bossing it and owning it, confidence, people would talk to me. And people would treat me differently. And like you said, not just in a nature of me and women, but me in a professional manner, me in day to day. The more I was like, I'm meant to be in here right now. You're just some dude I'm meeting, or you're just some board I'm meeting that, like, I'm just in a shop, just chatting away. Just even have a little fucking charm to you. Like, Tara's always like, you're so fucking charming, you're so fucking like you never like slip up and you never like goofy around on like that. I was like, that's literally, I had to make that my second nature. But out of confidence, and I feel better within myself. So those bad days when I got a big rocker of a spot in my forehead, my hair is just not doing what I needed to do today, I just got a confidence, my shit way out of that. And nobody will ever question that shit. Confidence is the fucking, it's not just only the sexiest thing in the world, but it's fucking sometimes the healthiest thing in the world. That confidence of like, yeah, I can fight that, or I can overcome this, or I'm meant to be in this job, or I'm going to get this fucking interview boxed off, or I'm sick. I'm going to beat this. And my dad was in a coma for 2 weeks. Shit. And he got out of fucking, that's another story. I'm going to leave that for the next week. He got out and they were like, yeah, you weren't getting out of this hospital for like 6 weeks. And he was like, I'm going to be out here in 3. And my dad just mind over matter was like, I am going to do this. He had the confidence within himself. And that shit, I swear to God, if you can find it within, because it is within all of us. If you can find that within yourself, it is the greatest thing you'll ever unlock. Bro, I am fucking red hair, glasses, Irish kid from the suburbs. I should not have a semi-successful rap career. Now on paper, that doesn't fucking work. But I was like, no, I'm going to have one. And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to the gigs. Nobody should be looking at me on a fucking stage, rapping away and bopping away. But you know what? Everybody there believes it's right, because I do good work and I'm talented, but I believe what I'm doing. Because you can be talented as fuck, but if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will.
Yeah, and I mean, look, I think you're hitting on exactly what I think, and hitting on the same point. I would add to that as well. I take it one step further as well. Be okay with
He always does.
no. Because
I'll actually go further than you.
This is
go ahead.
What Mango said, but better and more correct. No, I honestly also nothing. Be okay with being ugly, or at least people find you ugly. I always like for ages on Twitter tweeted I'm ugly, and people be like,
What?
I used to constantly tweet I'm ugly, and people would be like if anyone, sometimes people would disagree and be like,
When was
no,
this?
you.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, I used to say, I'm ugly niggas winning always, right?
Yeah.
And they like people would push back and be like, no, you're so great and did it. I'm like,
Are you fishing?
no, not at all.
You're
Because my
fishing
thing
a
is,
little bit now.
no, because people would think if you think you're ugly, that means you like, let's say, don't value yourself. I'm like, wait. I'm ugly, but I'm a much better human being than you in every way. You don't need to big me up.
Shout out, Chase.
I got so much shit going on that it's fine.
Yeah.
Like my
Like,
girl's
I-
paying,
like-
my life's paying, my career's paying. I don't need to be sexy to you for me to be
I
happy.
look good, but like I am ugly. Like,
That's what's up.
I ain't gonna be no Brad Pitt.
Yo,
You still have value as a person. I think that's
That's
what
it.
society tells you is that like if you were ugly, if you were this and that you have no value. So saying actually no, fuck you, I value just by virtue of being.
Yeah, I'm
ugly,
class.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's like
man.
the biggest revolution that you can do because everyone thought of that they're fucked. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like the industry that works off insecurities is fucked.
That's
Yeah,
it.
especially what we do.
Like,
Like every artist I know, some shit happened to them when they were younger, or they had some bad fucking parents. Like there's no reason I should need 600 people to fucking tell me I'm good at a time. Like there's no reason any normal sane person should be like, I don't need to be in front of 1,000 people every night shouting my name, telling me I'm good. You know what I mean? If I was well adjusted and balanced, I'd be like, no, it's fine. I can be in the crowd and have a good time.
No,
The guy
I
who's
hate
on
being
the
in
top
the
of the stage
crowd.
has the worst insecurities you'll ever imagine.
I hate being in the crowd. But yeah.
Oh no, like I'll be in backstage clearly.
I'll be like, oh, I want to be. That's me. Give me the mic.
Yeah, but that's
Listen,
where that
Kanye West,
insecurity
give me
comes
the
from.
mic.
That's
Yeah,
insecurity
no.
of all that shit.
You're right.
Because
I
of the
mean,
way you grew up, you being like,
the
I was the
attention.
only fucking black kid in my fucking small town village and all that shit. You needed to fucking be heard because you felt like you were the only voice in a place that couldn't hear you.
Yeah, too many black people in Dublin. I want to be the only one. No, that's. I want the attention.
But
I want attention.
you want the attention. I was like, you know what? I was fighting for
oh-
fucking attention out of my parents. I was told I was a fucking garbage shite for my whole life, and like everything I liked was fucking wrong, and all this shit, and especially rap music, and you know the classist shit I got growing up. And then I was like, do you know what? I am what the fuck I am. I'm gonna make success out of it. If none of that shit had happened to me, and I wasn't tested in my masculinity so much growing up, I wouldn't need to fucking have made so much angry aggro music
Yeah,
when I was a young man.
I wouldn't need.
I wouldn't have had to fucking publicly show you via multi fucking platforms online that you can buy and stream at any time at the moment now, by the way, that I'm a man. I wouldn't need to fucking reinforce that publicly if I was secure in myself. Now, I've grown, and I am. And that's now reflecting the music I'm making. But that's where that comes from, bro. And if it's not the masculinity thing, it's a femininity thing, it's just being heard, it's just being seen. All artists you know are the most insecure motherfuckers in the world. That's why I find battle rap hilarious. I'm like, everybody in here is absolutely dying within themselves with their insecurity, and you've signed up to see half an hour of a dude ripping shreds out of you.
I know you're not talking about hip hop, the 5 elements.
We got the battle rap.
Rap. No,
Respect the MCs. Respect the MCs.
I think that's lit. But listen, thanks for coming to the Blind Boy podcast. I really got him. Let's go into the debate. Cue the music. Okay, the debate for this week is
something I'm gonna lose.
we had a discussion though. Mango's getting washed because the thing is, the minute we assigned this topic, your life was finished.
No, it's done.
Now we
It's like the Kanye Jay-Z thing. It's like you're going to lose, and I'm gonna lose this one. It's fine.
I actually won that one based off the votes of the audience, but whatever. Anyways,
Okay, Chief.
because we said, look, it's been very hip hop, very bro the last couple of 2 weeks.
We've been a bit exclusionary.
So we're bringing it back, but also it's just an excuse for me to give something that I'm gonna win with. which is
Yeah, he needed a win. He was getting washed.
the best-
Wasn't he though? He was.
I think the Vanilla Ice one. I think I won that.
Okay.
No.
No,
No?
okay.
You don't think
Fair. But
Oh,
it's not a
fair.
better song.
Look, okay.
Estonia?
This
Come on,
this
dog.
week's debate is, you know what it is.
You know what it is.
the best chick flick ever in history. I think, am I going first this time?
J-Lo, what up? Let's go.
Let me pour a drink first.
Made in
Let's get set
Manhattan.
up.
You get me?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a fucking beat. A wedding planner? Hustlers? She might be the chick flick queen.
I feel like it's her and Sandra Bullock.
Yo, she said nigga.
She's Puerto Rican.
And?
Is that not Afro-Latino?
Well, no, she's not Afro-Latino. You can be Puerto Rican and not Afro-Latino.
I thought it was Afro-Latino.
No, some people are Afro-Latino that are Puerto Rican, but not all Puerto Ricans are Afro-Latino.
I thought she was Afro-Latino. I know Ja Rule wrote the verse.
Yeah.
And people were like, why is a Spanish girl saying the N-word? I was like, do you know anything about the Caribbean islands? Like, they'd say that. Do you want some of my...
Oh, can I rob some actually?
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet,
Took
thank
it,
you.
yeah.
Sorry, we actually got complete sidetracks. I'm gonna try to beef for J-Lo fans.
Bro,
If
I
wait,
will go
maybe I am trying to
to
beef for
war
J-Lo
with
fans.
J-Lo.
I don't know.
Who's batting for J-Lo?
Who's batting?
Yeah, like who's defending her? Does she have stands?
I don't know.
Me. Dog, like, I'm a big J-Lo
Dude, you're
fan.
not a star if you're just horny, bro. That's just a separate thing. Am I taking too much of this? By
It's
the way?
okay, we can share it out. Do I have? Yeah, I'll try a little bit of whiskey. You're fine.
Okay, no. So we're doing best chick flick in
I'm big
history.
into J-Lo, but also her great tunes.
All right, let's get into this. Okay,
Hold on. There you go.
powered by Dubliner whiskey.
By Dubliner whiskey.
Look, I'm actually not even going because I feel like I'm so assured in my pick. And mind you, there were so many films that we discussed beforehand, right? Like we mentioned Wild Child, we mentioned Satrinians, we mentioned Clueless, we mentioned
Pretty
Mean
Woman.
Girls, mentioned Pretty Women. I think
Pretty
for me
Woman.
though,
Not
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Women.
Sorry.
There were pretty women in it, but that's
For me, there's only one movie that can get this pick, and let me tell you now, it was my 16th birthday. My friend,
this dude is gonna watch me
friend
already.
Sarah,
Let's
my
go
friend
backstory.
Sarah
I'm fucked.
wrapped a package, wrapped something up, presented it to me. I'm like, yo, what's in this package, man? I shook it. I looked at it. It's like, oh, this feels like a DVD. Remember DVDs? Some of you don't because you're young, but it's a DVD.
Didn't look at me there. I remember VHS.
No, you remember VHS. You
I
did.
remember sometimes just
No.
you seen something on telly and that was the last time you seen him.
Because I mean, a lot of people are like Blu-rays, and then
Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Did that even exist? That was a
Yeah.
fever dream in life. It was
What?
DVDs, then it was Netflix. Let's go.
Blu-rays are great, actually. You
All right,
you
Doug.
ever go back and watch a DVD?
All right, Doug.
DVDs are
video. Back in the old Kodak with the video.
4K, 4K.
4K, 4K.
bonus, extras, Easter eggs, bonus features,
Jesus Christ.
behind the scenes, the making of, director's commentary, what, bloopers.
Lord of the Rings making of documentary.
Bro, I will look you in the eyeballs and say, that is, whatever that is, I'll never watch it in my life.
Fucking sick.
I don't, if someone said to me, watch
Can we
it for,
have this debate, please?
if somebody said, watch that behind the scenes Lord of the Rings for €1,000, I'd fucking close my eyes, bro.
Jesus.
Shut my eyes, fuck that. Come on.
She gave me a
get the beating
present.
over.
She gave me I opened up, boom, Angus Thongs and Perfect Snoggins in DVD. And when I tell you that this is the best chick flick of all time, without a doubt. Let me go through 3 criteria I'm going to make up along the way
Here
for what
we
you
go.
need for a
Here
great
we
chick
go.
flick.
Done.
You need reasons. Okay, first of all,
Cooked.
it needs to capture that feeling of being young and fancy someone, but not being in love, mind you, because I think a lot of these movies go too far. Like 10 Things I Hate About You, too far. Like they're not in love. Like they're in infatuation. It's like it's not realistic. That nigga ain't really singing and doing backflips. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't really in class. Like, by the way, I love the way you make me feel. Look, I love it, but that ain't happening. It's taking.
Did you just try to fucking like shoot me down already?
Oh, is that what you go? I didn't know.
Look at her pulling off my sunglasses
These are tasty
for a
by the way.
reveal. Yeah, they are tasty. They're a couple $100, bro. So you keep them fresh.
I think, look, capturing that feeling of not being in love, but being that like young infatuation very strongly, right? So you want to have that whole experience. Second of all, music. I think tunes are necessary. I think especially because when you're like a kid as well, like how many times have you been like, I'm gonna soundtrack my walk to school. I'm gonna soundtrack before I fight this
Bro, I
person.
do this
I'm
every
gonna
day
da-da-da.
still to this day.
Oh, okay, cool. Music, and then I think also plot and then characters, right? So those are my 3 criteria that I just fucking made up that you have to abide by.
I won't because I barely remember the film that I'm batting for.
Boom. Okay, let's go first with characters.
Let's be real.
So let's go with characters. You're one Georgia. What's the second name?
Can't remember.
Exactly. Didn't
whatever
even
it
like
is.
this tune.
Now let me tell you right now. We were just talking about Norman the beauty standards. We were talking about the like Georgia is the like let's say in terms of the typical what's paying the like probably one of the most like least.
What's the film you go for? Did you mention?
Angus Songs and Perfect Snoggins.
Oh yes, of course. Right.
It's probably like one of the like least.
Real quick, I have never seen this film. Not out of choice. Like I'm not watching this. It just has never came up in my life to watch it yet.
Don't worry, I've seen yours, so I can rebuttal. You just accept all my points. It's true. Anyways,
Yeah.
Like I would say that
Remember
like
the car chase with all the guns? Yeah.
yeah, the dragons. But I just feel like
Do you remember in school? Like, oh, did you see that show? And you'd have to fake pretend because you didn't have Sky Digital. Like, oh, I seen that last night. Yeah. And do you remember the bit with your mom and like that? And you go, yeah, that was great, wasn't it? You hadn't seen a bar that far. Yeah,
seen
no,
nothing.
fuck that shit. Fuck Sky Digital.
Anyways,
Come on.
my point is, your one Georgia was like, I felt in many ways like the like one of the most like least leading lady looking of like these like actresses in terms of those movies, but she was like she had so many traits that like I fancied the bollocks off this chick. You know what I'm saying? She had so many great traits that made her like
Who's
she
the
was.
actress? Do I know?
She's not even. She doesn't
Excuse
do
me.
nothing no
Excuse
more.
me. Who's the actor? Do I know?
Ooh, growth.
Growth. We love to see it.
But I think so. The movie made I spent so much time being like, look, here's why all our other qualities are great. I think you have that a lot of times where like these chick flick films where it's like, oh, the nerdy girl who's super hot, just take off your glasses.
Take off your glasses and like pull your hair down and all of a sudden get like a slow-mo intro. And it's like, she was hot the whole time. She was a normal,
American
beautiful
pie.
girl. Yeah, man,
no,
come
like,
on.
Like this Georgia girl, like
Not
legit
another teen movie got that so
killed
good,
them,
bro.
Killed them. I just feel like they really lead their character off personality. She was funny and quippy and like bratty in that kind of way that you are. She wasn't perfect. Like bratty in that kind of way you are when you're a teenager, but like felt very real. And also, massive nose. Love a massive nose.
We've
for the
pointed this
massive
out before.
noses. Let's fucking
Daffy
go.
loves schnoz.
Love a big schnoz, man.
I'm partial.
Boom. Okay, I think in terms of the whole plot and storyline, classic chick flick affair, right? You know, it's not doing nothing too nuts. Oh, you pull a picture of her?
I have not seen her in that night before, but I could totally see it.
Doug, insert the photo here. Then insert us in a wedding photo together here.
Make sure she's an adult.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
sorry,
like,
yes.
I was like, I can see it, but I'm
adult.
like, I don't want to quit too hard because she seems quite young. This,
Yes,
so.
I think she did that when she was 16. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
So in terms of the plot, you know, classic affair. She wants to have a good look. We don't watch these films for the plot. Let's be honest. We watch it for the characters.
It's very misogynistic of you. Go on.
Is it?
Chick flicks can't have a good plot.
I just don't think we watch them for the plot.
Go
You
ahead.
don't watch Predator for the plot. You watch it for the chopper.
Then what are you watching chick flicks for?
Exactly. Look
For
at
the
him.
characters.
Look at him. He got too cocky and he shot himself in the foot.
No, it's not the plot. I feel like chick flicks
It's just for girls you
Look,
find
look,
attractive.
what
Look
did-
at him. He's already done.
Oh, what
He
happened?
finished
What
himself.
happened in Angus Songs of Perfect Snoggins? Like, what was the actual plot of that movie, story wise? What are the story beats?
She wanted to throw a 16th party. That's genuinely, that's the story.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Sweet 16. Oh, it's no 16 Candles. Molly Ringwald. That's kind of, there's good plots.
I haven't seen that.
Go on. You've already fucked up.
I don't think so.
I was just confused. Ignore me.
No, I think these things are all about like.
I know I'm not going to win, so I'm just picking all the holes on the way down.
I think chick flicks ultimately are character studies on the human condition. I really think it's about exploring what it feels like to be at that age and have those feelings at that time. And
It's a great time and a very illuminating time in femininity for women of that age. Because obviously you're a girl to a woman. There's a lot of men.
Don't try hop on my thing with your bullshit. My bullshit's different to your bullshit. We're not doing the same bullshit. Stay away from me.
Okay.
I got my own thing going on. The music, Scouting for Girls, she's so lovely. Ultraviolet. For Ultraviolet alone, I've won
Which
this
Ultraviolet again?
discussion.
Hum it.
That fire, you inside it. Your love is ultra. You haven't watched the movie. You don't even know it. Why am I doing this?
No,
with you?
No, but I knew Scouting for Girls.
So there's no. The song was actually that was from the Stiff Dillons. That was I think made for that movie.
Yeah.
Original soundtrack banging. Bonus
time.
features banging. Commentary banging.
Real quick, can I point the pen? What's your favorite soundtrack of all time for a film?
Are we talking?
And
Are we talking score or soundtrack?
soundtrack.
Shrek 2.
What
Shrek
the
2.
fuck
Shrek
is
2.
this? Let's go.
Sorry, maybe Shrek 1. Either of the Shrek movies.
Is the best soundtrack ever.
You're not talking score or sound design. You're talking like the songs they
The
use
songs.
in the film.
Yeah, yeah.
Shrek 1 or Shrek 2. I die on this hill. I die on this hill. I die here. This is where I die.
Shrek. We should have had this argument.
Yeah.
Sorry, actually, when we even do One Hit Wonders, although they had another song, All Star is top 10 songs of all time.
I am not
Die on this
arguing
hill.
with that,
I
but
die
I'm saying
here.
as an album,
Shrek 1 or Shrek 2. Yo, audience, you pick or choose whichever one. I'll die on this hill. Shrek 1 or Shrek 2. And you know what? They finna back me up. The internet finna get both of y'all.
But it's just that's just like a wedding DJ playlist. That's not a soundtrack.
it's not even a good wedding DJ playlist.
Sorry, we actually can't get sidetracked. Anyways, I gave my 3 bullshit categories. It's so fucking fun. Like, the kissing scenes are both gross and like you're happy for them, but it's also disgusting. It's really balancing that thing of like that's what it's like to be that age. It perfectly captures
I
that
didn't pick 10
feeling.
things I hate about you. Sorry, yeah, go on ahead. Just remember what I actually picked. Yeah, sorry.
I think it's like, and I think there's even the politics and like the friends beefing to be popular. It has so many dynamics of what it feels like to be that age, but it sexes it down. In the same way, you know why Skins was so popular? They're like, hey, we're going to get actual 16 and 17-year-olds to play these characters, and they're not going to all be models. So I love Wild Child, too attractive. Love Satrinians, too attractive. It's like, hey, these people look like kids, and they're actually having that experience. Like, it's grounded, and you're seeing people who like, it's like not something you can aspire to, but people who fucking reflect you on screen. And it's funny, and it's hilarious. I didn't gave us Aaron Jason Taylor or whatever, man. Aaron Taylor Johnson, but then
Whatever that white guy's called.
whatever, man. That nigga got his story is like he has a super weird like marriage on the side thing. Super fucking weird. Look it up after this. Look it up after
I have
this.
no idea what you're talking about,
Really
but go
weird.
ahead.
I'm being judgy. And yeah, for those
that
reasons
you?
and so many more, Angus Songs are perfect. First of all, the title as well. Angus Songs are
No,
perfect.
it's a great
snoggins.
title. I will
Yo,
give it that.
That's a bar. Angus Songs and perfect snoggins. Done.
Yeah.
I'm
Bars.
out there.
Bars.
16 at a time. So yeah, that's my answer. You know what it is. Respect to the other chick flicks. As we were talking, such a great genre
Like
of film.
a deep, rich genre to pull all sorts of things out. Now, I'll pick mine. And personally, I don't like the phrase chick flicks because I feel all movies can be for chicks, you know?
Panda.
So basically, I was like, yo, like, let me not just pick one of these, like, high school sweetheart fucking, like, girly films that are great, but, like, I wanted a film that is just about women. The plot line is for women. It passes the, what's the test?
Bechdel test.
The Bechdel test. It does. Because without, well, it does and it doesn't. No, because, like, it does in the fact that, like, I think, what's the Bechdel test? Like, you can't know another character without knowing a dude.
2 named characters talking about something that does involve a man.
Yeah, having a conversation with each other that doesn't involve the man.
Okay,
Well,
so I
Angus
definitely
Songs and
think it
perfect
does.
snoggins also pass that, by the way.
I think mine does.
If a chick flick didn't, that's a bit weird. I know some don't, but
Yeah.
it's not a good movie.
But I
Straight
feel
up.
like this one doesn't because... So basically, I'm going for Death Becomes Her with Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn.
No, great choice.
But I do realise that a central spine of the storyline is that one used to be with Bruce Willis and now one is with Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis of all fellas as well. Are you really fighting over that?
And they kind of start a rivalry over that kind of thing. But I think they were friends beforehand. They were friends beforehand, and one of them, Goldie Hawn, I think, brings Bruce Willis to a Meryl Streep show, and she was a whopper actress, and she was on a Broadway play, and then he fell in love with her, and they found out. Bruce Willis in this fucking film, by the way, at the height of like Bruce Willis, yippee-ki-yay motherfucker, shooting down planes with a fucking handgun, chooses to be this alcoholic, neurotic mess of a fucking plastic surgeon who's, and like a doctor who's brought over to like people who like died to fix them up and all that stuff. Like, what a fucking weird thing for him to play. And I've actually a lot of respect for Bruce Willis for some of the roles he plays. He's amazing. But Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn in this film are fucking. Their jokes rely on themselves. The joke of them trying to preserve this like life and this like beauty and all that stuff, and then how Goldie Hawn has this glow up and Meryl Streep's on the fucking incline or the decline, and the two of them trying to like slap each other as one goes down one escalator and one goes up one escalator, and they end up getting caught and getting stuck in the machine of the fucking whole escalator as it whiz. The comedy is brilliant. For the time, the special effects, because I don't think it was CGI at the time. I think it was literally called.
At the time, those special effects were gonna hold up. Like,
No, but they do. But I mean, like, it was like that and like Jurassic Park. For those years, everybody was like, "Whoa, this shit is like next level now." Like when she twists around, or she has the fucking hole in her stomach. Like you look at that now, bro, and you look at when that was made. Like, what the fuck?
They're scrap, like they're like invincible scrap or something.
Oh, and like they're spinning her neck.
Yeah.
And then when he falls down the stairs, I just feel like you're gripped at every level. You understand this woman who lost everything, and you're like, that is such a. It's almost nearly comic book style. The amount of like heightened and like extra the story is. It wasn't like she was like, oh, she just got a bit fucking sad. She went fucking louder, and then the other one is like it just turned into like like when you see her first, she's this perfect actress and she's the darling of Broadway, and then you meet her afterwards and she's a fucking bitch. She's an absolute sap, and she hates Bruce Willis, and the two of them fight all the time.
Yo, but honestly, like even to argue your case, I think it fits into the theme of this episode because it's about trying to hold on to this thing that's fleeting, and then also. Basically, men ruining your life, you know,
about him, and then they're trying to fight over that, and then you're one as well that gives him the potion, like off my own, smoking. She's like, I am 4,000 years old, and you're like, I don't care, I do not give a shit. And then like at the end, and they have like Jimmy Dean and Elvis and all at this party. It's just this whole. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge to Hollywood and people who aren't really dead, but they took this potion, so they have to fake their own death. It's really clever script writing. It's a fucking original film.
Nah, true.
And I really hope they don't remake it.
Damn, I kind of hope they remake it.
No, I don't, because it's good and it doesn't need to be remade. It doesn't need a rehash with younger actresses for the new time.
But forget the younger. I think it can speak to maybe some things that people in this time are.
So go watch that film.
But now you gotta do like a In the Heights Hamilton. It has to be a rap now.
We gotta talk about Instagram models, whatever, you know. No, but I'm saying like Death Becomes Her. It's about these two women that show that they have to love each other at the end. They have to end up relying on each other, and all the shit of tearing each other apart has actually led to them losing the one thing that they sacrificed everything for. It's fucking original.
It's beautiful.
It's funny as fuck. It's not a deep think, but it's something that makes you go, oh, this is good. Also, it's really suspenseful when they're on the roof. Like, it's got suspense, it's got comedy, it's got romance, it's got drama, it's got some kind of element, half-arsed kind of element of horror. Like, it's an all-rounder film. And I think anybody could watch it. I could show it to a fucking 7-year-old kid, and they'd be like, this is brilliant. I could watch that with my granddad, and he goes, this is a fucking great film. I think it's an all-rounder, and I think it's very, very undersung as one of the greats.
I mean, look, it's definitely one of the greats. But if I could give one pushback, I think that film.
No, you may not.
Okay, well, anyways, end of the
I'm
podcast.
actually way more confident in my choice now.
No, but I think that film does the thing that we specifically said that was bad. It's like, oh, a attractive girl wears glasses and she's not attractive. It's, oh, she's a schlub. I think if you're trying to use that, I think for a chick flick as well, where you want it to be in many ways empowering. I think thematically that is empowering. But look, we're talking about two gorgeous women. That's what we're talking about. You're telling teen girls to be like, look, be empowered by these two gorgeous women, like finding self-love. It seems like they've had the tools and they were successful from the start to find that. Then you take a movie like Angus Songs and Perfect Snoggings, where they look like people, and it feels organic when Robbie ends up with her at the end, because the other chick is a fucking bitch.
But the reason that they're able to afford that Hollywood shit and then to go to your one for the special potion is because they both have actual talents. It's not just that they're gorgeous. One is a great writer, one is a great actress who have made their money being talented at what they do. It wasn't based at like, they're the lead and the best person in this film because genetically they could look.
But
good.
they have been
had
gorgeous.
reasons to get to your one who made them rock and
No,
hot.
I can see that, but it's a thing of like, if you're taking to look
But
objectively,
this is two
you take
ugly
two
guys
objectively-
talking about this.
Objectively, go. I don't want to say that.
Yeah, you are.
You're pretty. I'm ugly.
You pretty ugly.
Damn, nigga, I didn't even say nothing. I just called you pretty. Why would you do that to me? Yeah, no, I just feel like you're taking like, look, I think like the thing is, they're in that movie, they're not just hot people. They do have like very distinct personalities and different careers, but it's just still two gorgeous women playing these roles. Like there's objectively are gorgeous women playing these roles, and it's like it's maybe harder to buy into. Look, I'm not a chick. Is it hard to buy into, Sophie? Does it matter? Say yes, I want to win. Does it matter?
I don't remember the movie ever presenting either one of them as ugly. What I got from it was these are two beautiful women, but they are getting older. Beauty doesn't last.
That's
This-
true,
Yeah.
that's true, that's
these
true.
standards
Yep.
are only applicable for a very short period of
And they
time.
chase and chasing the beauty and then beauty normal standards actually ruin them. Where if your one just ages a fucking like literally as Meryl Streep has just got older and is just a fucking whopper actress. Is you know what I mean? So and if your one just focused on the writing and fucked the guy who was a fucking alcoholic nervous wreck, they would have been totally fine.
If I could just say something, I feel like in, let's say, American Pie, where it's like, okay, the girl he wanted the whole movie and was pining after, and then at the end, for some convoluted reason, he doesn't get her, chooses his friend who was hot the whole time.
I've never seen
It's
one
like,
American Pie, by the way.
Whoa, that's not.
I was like,
that's so
what happens
surprising.
in it is like this dude fucks an apple tart, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
but that's
I'm
not
alright.
even the plot, you know?
No, but that, like, I mean, that was how movie reviewers went back then.
Yeah, which is so funny because it's such a inconsequential thing of the. Anyways, besides the point, but it's like.
Barely even matters.
Brady and Mars. It's just the title of the film.
That's not.
It's actually just the title of the whole series.
That's not the fucking plot. But my thing is, I just feel you have these things where a person in a lot of these movies, a person makes the right decision, and you're like, look, because we all know as human beings, like people can make the right decision. They're all interested in attracted to different things, but it's out of nowhere. It's a ass pull out of nowhere. It's like, look, that doesn't feel organic to me. But I really do feel like in Angus Songs and Perfect Snoggings, where by the end of it, this girl basically gets all she wants. It feels so deserved because out of nothing else, personality drove her, man. Because even the dude who like ends up going where it's like, yeah, he basically like, yeah, this girl's cool, this girl's hotter, but this girl's the fucking worst. And he goes back to Georgia. I just feel it to me as well. I always loved
He made the right choice.
He did. I love the message of the story. I love how it's like
The
you
sounder
can
is
be
always the best
a
choice.
regular person. You can be like not super rich, and you can have like parents that love you, and you're a fucking dick to them. And then you grow as a mature as a person, and learn to appreciate them, appreciate your nose, appreciate what you look like, and get what you want. I love that message, and to me, that speaks to me on such a deep level. You know.
Right. Well, look, here we are.
Here we are.
Death Becomes Her, or
Angus Songs and Perfect Snoggins.
there we go.
Please watch this movie.
Please watch both movies.
Yeah, no, if you haven't watched, no, I hope people here have watched Death Becomes Her. Anyways, people listening, like,
I watched it for the first time very recently.
Really?
Never even heard of it.
It's a belter of a film.
I just assume everyone knows all
Yeah,
the
I
lyrics,
remember
yeah.
finding out about it years and years ago in Empire magazine. They had a whole thing about like special effects and CGI, like when it started turning a bit more, and it was
Yeah.
on the Jurassic Park and them, and they cited them two examples in the 90s when all of a sudden it just kicked up a huge level.
This has to be by far the longest episode.
Let's go.
Well, on a side thing, is Devil Wears Prada a chick flick?
I would consider it's female led. It's all about
Yeah,
females.
I would say so.
I mean, I know I stick by my choice,
No,
but there's so
yeah.
many good films. But Devil Wears Prada, it's a really fucking good film.
I love
Anyway.
the fact that every time she comes home, your man's cooking something. It's like, baby, got this. It's okay. It's always the same with those films, isn't it?
Chef.
Yeah, no, he's always in like a pair of sweatpants cooking something, isn't he?
He's like, you want to chase your career, but
Yeah.
what about babies? What about my babies?
Sound like my mum.
I was about to say debate. So listen, vote in the comments, and then cue the outro music for the debate. We back. Story time. I'm
go.
going to speed through this because this is probably the longest episode of the podcast.
I'm sorry, I had to tell every story about all of my pets.
No, I mean, look, it's fair. That was great.
Context.
I was like, who is he going to kill next? Which pet will go next?
We'll see.
Edge of my seat.
Tune in next week.
So there was a night. I think Dublin, as we all know, is losing a lot of its nightclubs and venues and good parties
Really?
and all that kind of stuff. Yes, believe it or not. Believe it or
I
not,
hadn't heard.
the capital city
place
seems
that
to
we go to
hate
work-
culture.
All of a sudden, are just getting disappeared.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
pretty much.
mad.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's the real murder right now.
Yo,
This episode.
hip hop,
Hip-hop.
knowledge, 5 elements,
You know what I'm
murder,
saying? Head spins.
So
KRS-One.
now, pre-pandemic, pre-plague times, there was a club night called Thrust, run by a friend of ours. Right?
Yeah.
When
so
I-
hot, so spicy. Bop, bop,
So
bop,
hot,
bop,
so
bop.
spicy. When I tell you this was, in my opinion, the last, like this, and I think maybe D8 were the last bastions of like
Scorpy.
continuous solid club nights. Because people could have the odd event, you know what I'm saying? Like the Vision Boys,
Residencies.
very dope, but could have an off night. The very dope, but could have an off night. You know what I'm saying? I think Thrust never let
Failed.
up. Always heat. Oh, and you know what?
I can't wait to go to the next one.
I mean, look, fingers crossed, man. Hopefully they're still together and not they still talk because they haven't had reason to plan nothing in 3 years.
Yeah.
But anyways, so they always would come with the themes. It was like they understood the assignment every time.
They got club
I
culture down.
kept on missing them at the time. Because they happened midweek, and at the time I was
You
working
got work.
desk job,
That's
not real
that-
work according to Mango. But
Not real work.
I
You're answering
I
emails.
put
Oh
my
no, I'm
hours
hungover.
in.
What? Sorry for the late reply.
Do you know how it is to make phone calls to people and be like,
You know how hard it is to live things professionally, bro.
excuse me, hey, I'm looking for a sponsor for
Can
my
I get a
event."
quote on
No, it's not fun. And then people are like, no, fuck out of here. Anyways, I said, no, I'm not missing that Thrust. They're doing a Fast and Furious night. Everyone was coming themed in fucking race car, like wearing the gloves a whole lot, leather jackets. I'm like, I'm not missing this.
I
Plus,
love this like rehash of like 2000s culture that was super whack at the time. That all of the kids are like, "This is so cool." I'm like, it wasn't. Go on.
and also as well, if you were, let's say for example, was single. Not to say that Thrust had
You
the
lied
hottest
to
people
me.
in Dublin, but definitely the hottest girls. I don't know about the guys. Guys might have been flopping.
Top of the world. Let's go.
So I said, Harry, listen, man, because I also lived in Kildare at the time. I was commuting into work for my
Harry,
for my
I'm going
man's
to this. I'm
gaff.
staying yours.
Yeah, I said, look, Harry, we're going to this. I'm staying in yours. Harry's like, yeah, look, because Harry would always go out weekdays. He did computer programming, so he'd just be drunk or hungover, just be like, I'm programming. I
It's
don't
one of
need-"
them jobs.
He's talking to no one. That's not real work. He's not socializing.
No, that's work.
Fuck you. He's at a desk.
Yeah, but he's building something. He's
on
programming.
the internet.
Still building.
Fuck you.
Minecraft break.
Fuck you. Might as well go back. I'll say Minecraft. I'm a builder. Like,
I just don't respect you for a living. No.
I do what you do for a living.
Yeah, go on.
So we go Thrust, have a good time, have a little boogie. We're having a great bop. Like really, like once again, I cannot stress this. It's so much fun. But I said to myself, look, before we go, I ain't gonna drink too nuts. We get in there. Who did I fucking see? Who was it actually that I did see? I don't know. Maybe it was eat for somebody, but someone was like, tequila shots. Let's fucking go. My first mistake was saying yes to these tequila shots. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's go.
Stupid.
We do them. And the thing is, like, once you take a tequila shot, you might as well commit
You're
to
out.
what you're doing.
You're out to 5 in the morning.
So we get drunk. I
Drunk.
mean, wobbly
Crazy.
drunk. Wobbly drunk on a Wednesday. I'm in work tomorrow. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yeah.
So it's not great. I leave early because I'm so drunk. I have the wherewithal to be like, Harry, I'm going back to your house. I'm getting a taxi. I'll see you later.
Never yapped to a girl like that night, I'd say.
Anyways, I get back to Harry's gaff.
You break that chair.
And open the door, whatever, leave the key. I sleep on the couch. I put my alarm for like, let's say I start work at 9:30. It's at East Wall, the other side of town. I'm by fucking Island Bridge.
So you're going to
So-
half 7, 8.
So I say get up at 8. It gives me an hour and a
yeah.
half. Yeah, busted it. So I have about like 4 hours sleep.
It's
4
doable. It's not great, but it's doable.
4 or 5.
Any sleep's better than no sleep.
And the thing is, I wake up and I feel amazing.
No hangover.
Fresh as a daisy, Mango. I'm brushing my teeth and I'm like,
You
I
still
feel
pissed?
great. I'm washing my face and I feel great. I'm like, I feel so good.
Because that tequila doesn't wash out easy, mate.
I feel so good. I'm going to skate halfway to work. I go to deli. I leave the key. I get dressed. I'm all ready to go.
Did you go for a shower?
I didn't go for a shower. I didn't do that much because
That's a mistake. 'Cause you smell like drink.
I go to. I'm saying I go to deli. I get a fucking breakfast roll. I'm eating it. I'm skating to work. Headphones on. Being like, damn, I really must have just drank enough water. I feel great. I get the bus the last way to work. I sit at my desk. And I'm like, all right, Gav. All right, guys, how we doing? I feel great.
It's always a Gav, isn't there?
I have my coffee. I sit down. I start getting my emails. I'm like, my head kind of hurts. Working for another 20 minutes. My head's hurting a lot more. I asked Gav, hey, do you have a painkillers? I'm like, yeah, of course. Take the painkillers. Cool. Da-da-da-da. I go to the bathroom. It gets downhill. No, I don't get sick. My head, I feel quite queasy. My head's kind of banging. I go back to my desk, working. I'm sweating now. I'm sweating profusely. I'm like,
Sweating a lot of alcohol, perhaps.
I was still drunk.
Getting the drunk.
I haven't been feeling great. I was just still drunk. So all of this is now
hitting you.
The hangover hitting. So we have our long breaks. We can take our break whenever we want. I say to people, guys, hey guys, I'm gonna take my break early. I don't want them to know because once again, it looks really irresponsible. I think they think I went out a little bit, but they don't know to what level.
The extent.
Yes, of course. So I go downstairs. We have like a kind of a common room area. There's like a couple other businesses there, and I'm like, I'm gonna order a fucking gourmet burger, right? Like
Good for you.
You know, I'm gonna get some food into me. I'm drinking water. I'm trying to sober up painkillers.
Let's go.
I'm sitting down. I'm just like feeling fucking terrible. Sitting down, relaxing, taking my time. The food finally comes. I'm about like, let's say 20 minutes into my break now. I ordered the food beforehand. The food comes. I grab it. I sit down. I'm like, I'll eat it. And then I'll go back upstairs. I open it, catch a whiff of the burger. I'm like, close it. I'm done. I get a whoop.
No.
Now here's the thing. I'm in a common area and work. I can't get sick. I can't get sick here.
Not even in the bike.
I will get fired. I'll get fired.
Yeah.
Like there's other, like they'll know who it is. They'll see me. I'll get fired. But the thing is that kind of thing of, if I move now, I will get sick. You ever get that way like you're on the precipice of getting sick? You cannot like move or you get
glue
sick?
Down, tug it out.
So I waited 15 minutes, didn't move. It didn't leave. I needed to move because I was going to get sick no matter what.
Every story he tells is like the most stressful. I'm like, yeah, I got a cat. Like, I can't move or else I'll get sick everywhere and lose my job. I'll get
fired. So the bathroom's about, let's say, 50 meters away. Bro, close my bag, psyched myself up, left it there. I used Usain Bolt today. I
boom,
ran. But it was like power walking, right? So I had to like run, power walk by the people by the cashier area, then run, got into the bathroom, over the bathroom floor. This is a work bathroom.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm not in the toilet. All over the floor. No. By the urinals, the shit spread out like the fucking, like the parting of the sea. Moses spreading that shit out. It was blah, all over the fucking floor. Went to the toilet. Blah. Got sick there too. I'm getting sick. I'm tired. I'm out of breath. I'm out of juice. I go. I get the little sign of cleaning. I put it outside the bathroom. And I'm like sitting on the thing, being like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Because look, the thing is, the person who might have saw me doesn't necessarily know what company I work for. So I could, in theory, walk away and pretend like I did nothing wrong. Leave and mind my business. Go back to my desk. That's
what you should have done.
Get coffee, get some water in me.
Keep it moving.
And keep it trucking.
Is that what you did?
But here's the problem.
No,
this place only has 2 bathrooms. I would be making one like inoperable. You couldn't use it. You know what I'm saying? So I go to one of the cashier's desk. I'm like, can I get some kitchen towels, please? How many do you want? I'm like,
a lot.
Give me all the kitchen towels. I take them all.
Give me that blue roll.
All
of it.
I go to the bathroom. I put it all on the floor. I roll up my sleeves, put on my shoes, and I clean.
Tugged it out.
I clean the
bathroom. Fair play to you.
I clean. Cause I was like, look, I don't want to put a bathroom out of commission. People have to clean this shit. And like, I want to tell you, like, the floor was covered in my sick. Mind you, there was no food. It was just liquid. But it was just covered in my sick.
And that smell as well.
It smelled terrible.
Yeah, it's gargle sick. It's different food sick.
If I say break is an hour, I come back.
Scrubbing.
I come back 2 hours later. I've been gone for 2 hours. And they're like, all right, Daffy, where you been? I'm like, sorry, my food was late to come. And they're like, okay. Then about an hour left into work, he's like, my boss like, hey, we need to go set up a tree because we did like event stuff. So we did some Christmas designs. We had set up a tree down in like whatever retail park. Cool. Hop in the car with him because I know I'm taking myself after. And we're driving. He's like,
bro,
you're hungover, aren't you?
In bits.
I'm like, yeah. He's like, We'll talk about this tomorrow.
Oh no, let's talk about it now.
We'll talk about it.
I'm ready. I'm already feeling shit. Let me just apologize.
So we drove in kind of awkward silence. We pulled up the trees,
Did the thing.
did the whole thing. Came back the next day.
Yo, Daffy, let me have a word with you.
It's like, yeah, let's go. It's like, yeah, man. How you doing? I'm doing well.
I'm alright. I'm fucking fresh as a daisy next morning. I'll tell you that now.
I feel better. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how you doing, man? He's like, yeah, I'm doing well. It's like, so we've been here now a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? But this is like my boss's boss now. Like he was in there. We've been here a couple of months. How you find it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's like, yeah. Yeah, you'll probably do like a promotion raise at some stage when you have that discussion. I'm like, yeah, we do. And obviously we'll see how things are going, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. Yeah, cool.
That's it?
That's it.
Yes, bro. Yes.
I can't be fired. I can't. I'll never die. I'll never
Come on,
die.
son. Yes.
Scene. Story. There we fucking go.
So he knew and was like, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Dude, I work in events. Why was I stressing? Nigga, we work in events.
Exactly.
Like,
You worry about these people? Bro, I have shown up, let me just say, prefixes in all sorts of capacities. From different sorts of capacities going to work.
of course. God
I
bless.
have shown,
Amen.
I've left on a Friday from jobs and showed up Saturday, mid Saturday morning in the same clothes. And my manager's like, did you go home last night? And I go, no, I did not. And I go, Grant, I tell you what, give yourself a wax a bit of fucking Links Africa and head on down to the job. This is Dublin, bro. You are supposed to come sometimes fucked up.
Listen, man.
How old are you?
Right now?
At the time.
Oh, I was like 21.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
21, yeah.
You hiring a 21-year-old, not expecting him to show up fucking wankered at least one after. And you know what the man, you know what he probably respected? You came in.
Okay,
Yeah,
man.
look, he took a 2-hour lunch, but he was in
sick.
bits. But did you get some shit done that day?
Yeah, I did.
Well, then there you go.
And I'll tell you what as well, like this
And that's why he respected the fucking thing. He's like, you know what, this guy, you know, like, oh, I'm sick, I have to call it. He's like, no, this motherfucker's actually going to come in, even when he's in bits. This is a guy who wants to work. Let's reward that.
To this day, let me say now, I still work with that company. I still do the odd hosting thing for them. Odd online event. Like they do like sometimes escape rooms. I like structure and write those shits.
Escape
like
rooms.
Great relationship. But let me say something now as well.
What the fuck is an escape room?
They knew what it fucking is because even let's say like one of the perks of it was I'm not gonna say company, but you could get like the odd festival ticket for free, the odd time maybe, allegedly. So I went one day. I was like,
Bro,
hey,
it's us.
Can I get
When's
a
the last
ticket?
time you paid for a festival?
But here's the thing.
I can't remember.
They-
That'll stop one day, but for now,
One day I'll never stop. I'm gonna manage the artist, so I still get free. And
Oh,
I'm never
100%.
stopping.
100%.
Now they go to me. I go, hey, can I?
No,
get,
you as an artist, you're not getting any guest list. All my friends are coming on
it's
guest
all
list.
my homies, but
Yeah.
you're gonna pay to actually go play where you. But anyways,
It's 80%.
I just want to say I went to them. I was like, hey, can I get free into Life? And they're like, Life Festival. Yeah, it's like, oh, you want to go Life? I'm like, yeah, I really like dance music.
They were like, nah, you don't.
They were like,
Yeah.
you rascal, you.
You rascal, you. Say less.
So yeah,
I'll
is
call somebody.
the longest podcast ever. So much incriminating stuff in here, but there you go, boys.
We're nearly over.
We're nearly there. Oh my, what the fuck?
What?
Your fucking vape splashed some shit on my face. What is this? Why is it
Menthol,
warm?
baby. Enjoy it.
Oh my god.
Freshen yourself up.
Oh, it's
Yo,
like
shout out
semen.
real quick. Shout out G Leach. He was an old school battle rapper who one time Public Enemy were playing back in the day, and they were like,
Why is this
"Yo,
stink?
does anybody rap in the audience?" This is back when people didn't rap in Ireland. G Leach jumped from Opium, where it was called the Village at the time. He jumped from the balcony down onto the fucking speakers, down onto the stage, and started freestyling with fucking Public Enemy. But this guy is like D4 as fuck. He's like, hey, how's it going? I'm G Leach. Back when 8 Mile was popping, he used to do fucking like freestyle battles all the time. One day, he's battling somebody, he whips out a fucking tube of Colgate and starts fucking lashing it all over your man. He's like, yo, you need to freshen up, your style ain't freshen up. I just lashed somebody out with it. So that's exactly what I did with you, bro. I just freshened you up. You get me? Shout out G Leach. What's the song for your hungover work day?
Easy. It's a basic one, but look, I was at Thrust. It caused this. Let's go with a nice Fisher crowd control. I'm basic and I don't care.
See you next week. Bye.
Now that I have your attention, on a count of 3, I'd like you all to sit down. 1, 2, 3. Crowd control. I'm in 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 control.
Major Tom to
Crowd control.